won the toss and will receive. Spirit Lake will kick off and defend the West Coast.
Which on a night like this, momentum
Oh,
could be
absolutely.
a huge key.
Yeah, I think offenses are going to dictate this game. You know, the another key to the game is probably going to be the team that punts the most loses. You know, so we got to make sure we get points. Points are a premium, and if anything, flip the field. I mean, both offenses are big play offenses. When they break one, they're going all the way, regardless if it's 40 yards or 60 yards. So, just got to play good, sound football, get some points.
Well, we got to thank, of course, Kemna for our keys to the game here, and also, of course, Grassmasters, our field condition report, the area's premier lawn care and tree care provider, Grassmasters. As we gear up for kickoff here again, Algona will receive. They're going to go from left to right on your radio dial, 92.7 KLGA. As, again, teams are ready to go.
They're giving us pizza, Vandy.
They're giving us pizza.
Game hasn't even started yet.
Quite the treat for us here up in the studio.
Yeah, Brian, you picked the wrong one to miss. We'll figure out where this came from. We'll definitely give him a shout out.
Oh, for sure.
It's the guy, Brant. What is his first name? Brant. Titanca, the place up in Titanca.
Oh, Brant. Oh, do you have an idea there? Well, they're gearing up for kickoff. We're figuring out who brought us up the delicious pizza here. And we're getting ready for kickoff, folks. We're looking at temperature time, game time temperature, which is brought to you by Algona Plumbing and Heating, your Armstrong Air dealer in Algona. The current temperature, folks, is 40 degrees. It's a crisp, cold evening here at Bulldog Stadium. But this game, again, as we've said all night, it's going to be red hot and jam-packed. Here we go, folks, as Dogs take the field. Spirit Lake getting ready to go on as well. What an evening. We haven't started the game yet. We're already getting free dibs here.
I know it. I know it. Make sure that pizza doesn't fall off there. We don't want upside-down pizza.
No,
sorry,
Brian.
Yeah, Dogs are waiting for a little kick return here. The usual guys in the back there. We got Wyatt and Samante back. We got Carson and Schmitty there. Second wave.
All right, now here we go. Now that's Spirit Lake. They're going to send out their team here. They're going to kick away this ball again. Now going to receiving left to right across your radio dial on what should be a huge contest, district play for Algona and Spirit Lake as we head towards the end of the year. Bulldogs enter this contest 7-0. Spirit Lake 6-1 on the year. A big game for both squads.
Does not look like wind's going to be a factor much there, Mike. The flag is just pretty still right there, so it's going to be a matter of not missing your opportunities on big plays.
All right, Spirit Lake now ready to go as Brent Scott is their kicker. Here's the kick. It's up. High right kick. Going to go to Bowden. Samante picks up the ball as he's now towards the 20. Going to pick up a block. He could be off to the races, folks. Oh, he's brought down, though, to the 40. Had one man to beat. I thought we were going to have a kickoff return to start this matchup.
Nice job of opening up the speed there. Obviously, Samante, state medal winner in sprints and track, so he's got all the wheels that he can and just got a little seam and exploited them. Good start. Takes it out to our own 40-yard line. Offense is starting up, 37-yard line.
So, again, as you said there, they're going to start their own 37-yard line. The Bulldogs have the ball to begin this contest here. What a return for Samante Bowden there as we have two receivers on both sides of the ball. Grind going to take the snap here. It's a pass play looking to his right. Looking to get rid of this ball. Under pressure a little bit. Trying to find man. Going to take this ball and run on his own. He's going to get a few yards and then some as he's past the 40. He's got a block or two. Now brought down at the 30-yard line. What a run for Matt Grind.
Well, you can see what Spirit Lake is thinking defensively. They got to take away the receivers, and Matt says, fine, go ahead and take away the receivers. Give me a running lane there, and I get a nice play there about, what do we got, Rodney? 34-yard run.
A great job there by Matthew Grind, tiptoeing his way on the sideline there to stay in bounds and get a huge gain for the Bulldogs. Now they're at the 30 of Spirit Lake. Well, the whistle's blowing here. Let's see, we have a referee stoppage. What's going on? Oh, it looked like a possible clip.
Little equipment thing there on Wyatt.
Yes.
So.
All right, so an adjustment going to be made here for Algona.
He's not doing anything different on the side. I don't know what the deal is.
Well,
so Patrick David's in at wing.
All right, two receivers on the left side. back behind Grind. Here's the play. It's a handoff there. I thought about keeping it there, but it goes off to Jacob Durant. Jacob to the left side. Going to get past for 10 yards, maybe a little bit more, to the 19.
Excellent, powerful run by Jacob Durant. He wanted to take that up the middle and just kept bouncing it wide, and guys are just bouncing off his stiff arm. You can see Jacob's excited to play ball tonight, finish that run, get an extra 3 or 4 yards after contact like he always does.
A good job there by our front crew for that line of Algona, allowing him to get those yards as well. As again, now it's 2nd and 1 at about the 20-yard line of Spirit Lake. Here's a snap. It's a pass play all the way. Looking to his right, not to his left. Goes to the middle, but might have been a little contact. It's picked off by Spirit Lake, but it looked like there was some contact there beforehand.
Yeah, Wyatt Wagner was going to the ground. It is an interception down about the 6-inch line. So Spirit Lake has got a long ways to go. Defense has got a bow up here.
Apologize about that delayed call there, but the referees on my side here, they weren't making any calls there. But yes, as Mike Weir said, again, a pick there for Spirit Lake as deep in their own territory, though. That's what they're going to be as they start their first possession on offense.
Yeah, I think they're just calling incidental contact, got their feet tangled up a little bit. Wyatt went down, and that allowed the corner to go make a play on the ball. Nice pick.
So Connor Jensen going to take the snap here for Spirit Lake. 3 receivers on the right side. Looking to his left, quick pass there, gets it over to Spencer Newman, who goes past the 15 to the 20. Now down to the 30 as he goes out of bounds there, being chased out of bounds there by number 90, or let's see here, yes, number 90 of Algona.
Yeah, Brett Boyer on that one. Just ran an isolation route. It's just one-on-one. Jason Cecil in the corner out there, and receiver won that battle.
Again, 3 receivers to the right of Connor Jensen of Spirit Lake. 1 to his left. He's going to hand it off this time and quickly met right there. It is his running back. We'll see who had the carry there for Spirit Lake. That was Gavin Harms for Spirit Lake, who got, again, just met right away at the line.
Yeah, feet slipped out a little bit too, so he lost his power to cut. So it's a slick field out there.
1 receiver to the right of Jensen. 3 now changing formation here by Spirit Lake. 2 receivers on the right, 3 on the left. Man in motion. Flag on the play, though, before the snap.
I think they got us to jump on a hard count. Yep, they got us to jump defensively on a hard count.
So not the start if you're Algona that you want to see right now.
No, first play was good. Stuff to run there, so we had them at 2nd and 10, and now I give them a cheap 5, so now they're at 2nd and 5, and that adds a lot more plays to your page book, or pages to your playbook. Sorry about that.
Again, 3 receivers to the right, 1 back to the left of Jensen, and 1 receiver to the left as well. He's going to hand it off, and it's a keeper there. He even fooled me on that one as Jensen brings it up for about 10 yards, and that is good for a first down for Spirit Lake. What a run there for Connor Jensen of Spirit Lake.
Excellent fake, too. I don't know if that was a read play or not, but Cole Lewis has taken out that perimeter play, which allowed the quarterback to go right up the middle. They're spreading us out a little defensively, so we need Schmitty to take care of the middle play.
Pass from Jensen up the middle and just incomplete over the head of his receiver. Good coverage there by the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Much better defense there by Jason Cecil. He was running step for step. Ball got close. He took an inside route. Kind of blocked the vision of the ball, and I don't know if the kid could have caught it anyway. It was kind of over his head.
2nd and 10 for Spirit Lake at their own, let's see here, be their own 43-yard line. Jensen takes the snap of the man in motion, going to hand it up the middle, and again, the Bulldogs there to quickly make a play before any yardage can be gained.
Cole Lewis read that really well. He saw that perimeter play, saw the quarterback pull it out of his belly. He adjusted his route and took away the fullback dive play. Tackled for half a yard gain.
So now 3rd down and about 8 to go for Spirit Lake. They take the snap. Jensen looks to his right to pass. He gets a completion, breaks the tackle there. Does Spencer Newman, gets enough for a first down there as he gets down to around the, it'd be Algona's 43-yard line.
Yeah, first play of the game, same thing there. Just an isolation route on the wide receiver, corner going one-on-one. Jason came up and broke down pretty good, just missed the tackle there.
So now 1st down and 10 for Spirit Lake. 3 receivers on the right, but it's a handoff this time. Another keeper again. Doing a great job faking us out. And now again met quickly by the Algona defense. Maybe a slight gain of 1 or maybe 2 yards at most for Spirit Lake.
Yeah, there the end played him very well. I think it's Van Gorkum down here in this end that played him, and he pulled it out and tried to go up the middle, and dogs are waiting there for him. So about a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Receiver on the left side, running back to the left of Jensen, who takes a snap. It's a fumble here on the play. The Dogs may have it. I do believe Algona does. It was supposed to be a forward shuffle pass from Spirit Lake, but that was indeed.
Nobody, no official out there called it a pass, and now they're going to talk about it. I'm sure they're going to come back with a shovel pass, incomplete pass. It looked more like a forward lateral fumble type thing, but.
This is going to be an interesting call here, Mike, because it could go either. It literally could go either way. Just by the way, and it is an incomplete pass. You got to agree with the ruling either way. If it would have been a fumble, you could agree with it. And I mean, with this lateral pass there.
And Spirit Lake is playing very much up tempo. They're at the line, ready to go again. So the only thing is, down marker did not change to third down.
Two receivers on both sides here. Man in motion. Here comes the snap for Jensen. A flag on the play, though.
I think offense moved there. Back judge here threw a flag too. He's not going to see defense. There we go.
So again, a flag now on Spirit Lake. We're even on flags tonight. We'll take that. As now a huge third down for Spirit Lake. Third, and let's see, they're going to say 13 to go for Spirit Lake.
Yeah, a little switch here. I'd expect them to go some isolation routes. Dogs are in a cover 2 look with 2 deep safeties.
Two receivers on the right, or back on the right side of Jensen as well. Jensen with a man in motion takes a snap and hands it off, this time to the right side. And they're going to beat him in the backfield for no gain, it looks like, as the Bulldogs get a crucial stop on third down.
That was amazing team defense there. Garrett Schmidt was running inside out, so there's no way that guy was able to cut back. The corner came up and made him go outside in, and they just met right at the ball carrier. Outside backer, I think that might have been Devine that was running the alley too. You got to hang loose here. Spirit Lake looks like they're going to punt, but there's no guarantees in this game.
And they do punt it away here. That one going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark the ball.
Good punt.
Good punt for Spirit Lake as they're marking it here. What would you say that?
Inside the 10, I believe, about the 8-yard line.
Yep. They're going to mark it at the 8 of Algona's own yard line there. So both teams coming up short on their efforts. Algona started this game with a pick to give Spirit Lake a chance on offense. I should say, though, they started with a great running attack in this game, but we'll have to see if they can continue the running attack here, kind of learn from their mistake earlier and get a run going.
Yeah, I like our chance of stopping the run with our down 4 and our linebackers in there, so we just got to take care of the perimeter game. 1st
and 10 at their own 8-yard line. Now going with the ball. Here's the snap. It's a go around the handoff here to the right side as they do have a huge gain there. We'll see who they say was on the carry there.
That's Skylar Groen on the carry. A little counter play where we fake one way and come back the other way. Skylar does a nice job of keeping his feet upright, fighting tacklers off with his stiff arm. About a 5-yard gain there, so we'll take that.
So now 2nd and about 5 to go for Algona, deep in their own territory. A couple receivers on the right side, back behind Grind. Here's the handoff again, as it's up the middle this time. And another, could be a first down there. A huge run there. Nice blocking by the front core lineman there for Algona. We'll see what they're marking. It looks like it is good enough for a first down.
Yeah, the down marker's a yard pass. They haven't moved the sticks yet. Yeah, nice little run pass option look there. That time he gave it to, I just drew a blank. Gave it to Jacob. There we go. Wow, sorry, folks. Gave it to Jacob, just powered up there, got a first down out of it.
So now Algona 1st and 10 at about the 20-yard line. Here's the play. It's a handoff yet again to their left side. Going to get a short gain, it looks like. We'll see who they say is on that carry.
Yeah, it's Duran again. Same play, different formation, same play. That time they stiffed it out pretty good, stuffed him right at the line. Maybe gained about a foot.
So
2nd and 10, yep.
2nd down, about 10 to go for Algona here with 6:42 left in the first quarter of play. 0-0 is your score, folks. Two receivers on the right side, one on the left. Look for a pass now is Grind. Grind going to shuffle out and looks for a pass in the middle, gets a completion. Or nope, incomplete pass. Just couldn't hang on to it there.
Yeah, good check down there to Van Gorkum. Van Gorkum got his hands on it, and the defense, I couldn't see who the defense was, but separated Van Gorkum from the ball nicely. Good clean hit. Big stick.
So now a big third down and 10 at around the 20-yard line for Algona. in their own territory.
Yeah, we've got a wide twins out here. I wonder if we see a switcher out here. Well, Holmes will go on the inside seam and Wyatt will go on the outside seam.
Grinding the shotgun. He gets the snap here. He's looking to his middle, now looking to the left. Going to pass the ball off, gets a completion for a first down. Now off to the races there. Now going down to about the 45. A nice run there after the catch for Algona.
Excellent play to Carson Devine there. They brought him in from Van Gorkum there, and the last one who took that shot. The line is doing a great job. Grind has got all kinds of time to throw the football there. They're very much committing to stopping Holmes and Wagner out on this side, which is leaving that backside one-on-one stuff for us. So we'll take that matchup with Devine every day.
So now Algona, a huge gain there on the pass. Two receivers on both sides. Look like the same formation as last. It's a handoff up the middle. There again, Durant with the ball. Huge run there as he's to the 30-yard line. Two guys got to drag him out of bounds just to stop him. Wow.
That was a powerful run right there. Same formation out here. We just ran him up the middle again. He does such a great job of keeping his feet moving. It's not just stand and push. It's keeping his feet moving, change direction with power. Great run.
I was focused on Grind on that play because I actually thought it was a keeper, much like what we've seen from Spirit Lake. So it kind of fooled me for a little bit there. But what a run there by Jacob Durant as we now have first down and 10 at about the 30-yard line of Spirit Lake territory. Here's the snap. It's a handoff this time, but he met quickly. Is Algona's back there. We'll see who's on the carry, but what a defensive push there by Spirit Lake.
Yeah, that's one where Grind, I think, would rather pull that one. He kind of clapped his hands there at the end of that thing. But, yeah, they were ready for that one, so we're looking at 2nd and 10.
About
Down.
5:20 to go. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Play again scoreless in this first quarter. But the Bulldogs are marching right now. Two receivers to the left, one on the right. Holmes is to our far right now. Oh, a whistle blows as the ball snaps. We'll see what the call is here.
I don't know if we moved or if they're lined up off sides. Let's hope they're lined up off sides.
So the referee is going to talk about it here for a minute. Here's the call. False start on Algona, so they'll be pushed back a few yards. So 2nd down now at about the 35-yard line for Algona with about 15 to go.
Yeah, we can't afford those just lining up wrong. So we're at 2nd and 15 here, 35-yard line. Still no score on the board.
Two receivers on the right, one on the left. Grinding shotgun. Here's the snap. It's a pass in the middle, a quick pass. He gets the completion off there to Wyatt Wagner, who had to kind of tip it back to himself. Almost lost it, but gets it back down for a nice gain for the Bulldogs up the middle.
Yeah, that was just a little quick wing dump that kept biting on Jacob in the middle of that backer, so he just ran right to the zone where the backer was. Yeah, he tipped it to himself. You'd like him to catch that the first time, but now we're down to 3rd and 4 with definitely 2-down territory.
Yeah, they're at the 25-yard line, just looking for a few short yards to go to get the first down. Two receivers on the right, one on the left. Here's the snap. Keeps the ball there. They fake the handoff as Grind goes to his left side. Going to be short of a first down, but a flag comes out as well.
Yeah, it looked like Jacob kind of anticipated the snap count and got moving forward. Legal if you're playing Canadian football, not if you're playing Algona football.
So there's again a false start there on Algona. That's going to push him back.
Well, it's those little things right there that we just can't have. We've had too many of those this year. And again, you talk about it quite often. You don't want to take the fight out of the dog. You want them playing hard. You want them playing aggressive. You want them playing with speed and power. It's just every now and then little mistakes get made like that. Bumps us back to about 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 9. Now it's big play time. 2-down territory. You don't have to get it all now, but you got to get a big chunk of it.
Well, they got 3 receivers right now on the right side. Spencer Holmes on the left side here. Here's a snap. Grind quickly looks to his right. Gets a quick pass. No, it's an incomplete there. He tried to get it to Skylar Grown with 2 receivers for the block. Just could not make it work.
Yeah, we had trips out here trying to run a bubble screen to Skylar, and he catches that 99.9% of the time. So, hey, he got his point 1 out of the way, so we're done with that.
Well, now it's an interesting decision here. As, again, it's 4th down. About 8 to go for the Bulldogs to pick up the first down.
Yeah, 4th and 9 here. You need the first down. Sometimes you roll the dice here and come back with a screen play because the defense is just chomping at the bits to pressure the
Two
quarterback.
receivers on both sides. Here's the snap. Brian looks to his left. Deep pass here. It's going to be caught.
Oh!
He got it. Wow. And he's brought down at about the 5-yard line. What a pass there. We'll see who's on the reception.
That was a Skylar Grown catch, and that catch
Oh,
was
my
made in
goodness.
the weight room. That was two guys meeting at full contact at the point of attack, and the stronger guy won that battle. Kudos to Skylar Grown and his summer workout programs. Holy cow.
That Spirit Lake defender collided as hard as he could with Skylar, and oh my goodness, what a first down for Algona. First and goal with a few short yards to go for Algona as we have 3:45 left in this first quarter play. We are scoreless, but the Bulldogs are marching. Here's the snap. Grown. Hands off up the middle there. No call yet. Going to get a couple yards, though, on this carry.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That was kind of an underneath handoff, very similar to Spirit Lake shovel pass, except we handed off, and you saw him trying to cut and get north and south, and his feet just went out. It must be sloppy down on that west end. So 2nd and 7 on the 7-yard line.
Here's a snap to Grind as he's going to hand it off up the left side this time. I believe that was Jacob Durant, only getting a couple yards.
Yep. One kid that's played really well all year is Sawyer Curtis, and he's got a handful right now. He's got a tough nose guard over him. That time the nose guard guessed correctly. He slanted to right where we were running. You know, if he guesses the other way, Curtis takes him right out of the picture, and we're walking in the end zone. So sometimes you get lucky on defense.
3rd down for the Bulldogs. A few short yards to go. And actually, it looks like the Indians jumped there.
Oh, we called the timeout.
Oh, timeout. Okay. I saw one of the Indian players kind of jump on his feet a little bit as they got ready to snap that ball, but it's timeout. I do believe Spirit Lake calling it here.
Oh, we called it.
Oh, we called it.
Yep.
This is why we have Mike Weir in the booth, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I know we talked about this thing being a track meet, but I'm looking like Pinocchio now. We haven't scored a single point. 2:43 left in the first quarter, but we are down there. We're close. We're on the 5-yard line. 2 downs left to punch it in.
Well,
Randy, you got some mojo for us?
Well, I'm hoping so, and I think the guy with the most mojo right now that you're hoping for is Matt Grind. That guy's showing off that QBR, that quarterback rating tonight with these throws, and, of course, getting those catches from big-time playmakers here for Algona. Again, Skylar Grown coming up that huge catch.
That was big. Oh, that was big.
To get us to this point here as we're facing a 3rd and goal situation with about, what did you say there, about 4 or 5 yards left to go.
Scoreboard says the 5. Everything's so muddy down there I can't get a good look at it, but, yep, scoreboard says the 5.
So the Bulldogs, they are ready to just punch this in. Again, they're only 5 yards away from the end zone. Also, a score update on 98.5 KLGZ. Garrigan up 16-0. Off a Cole House 53-yard touchdown run, and a Brad Capacious 91-yard touchdown run as well. So the Golden Bears, they're up on 98.5 KLGZ, 16-0. We're scoreless here, and the Bulldogs are back out on the field for 3rd and 5 as they head. Again, they're looking to get a score here in this game with 2:43 left to go. Here's snap. It's a handoff play off to the right. Oh, no, it's a fumble. Grind's going to be on top of it, though. So they don't lose it there, but that could have been disastrous for the Bulldogs as they try to hand it off, it looked like, or maybe a keeper.
Well, they ran the old Wildcat there, and they put Grind out of the wing and bringing him across, and Durant took the snap, and you could see him trying to explode out of there, and his feet just spun out. So we got 4th and 5 right at the 5-yard line. You know, I like a little wheel play here, run a wheel route.
Well, again, now we're at 4th and 5. Big play for the Bulldogs as the crowd gets wild here. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Grind takes the snap, looks to his left. Now trying just to evade pressure here as he tries to find man fumble, but he holds on to it. Now they're going to say he's down there as he tried to get a pass off behind him, but that's not going to work there, Grind. That's a turnover on downs as the Spirit Lake Indians just had enough pressure on him.
Yeah, that was just Grind trying to make a play there. I think he missed his primary receiver. Jacob had snuck out, but he snuck out kind of late, and the pressure got to him, and Grind got kind of stripped there, and he just kind of tossed the ball back to one of his linemen. So the lineman goes in the books with the carry. But, yep, turned it over on downs, deep in Spirit Lake territory.
So the Indians with the ball. Connor Jensen in the backfield and shotgun, man in motion. He's going to hand this one off to the left side with his running back in the gain there. Met by the defenders of Algona. Going to get a little gain out of that play.
Yeah, I think it might be deceptive. Got a little more than we think there. Got it looks like about 6-yard gain. We're in that jet sweep. Just had a lot of numbers out there. That's Spirit Lake's goal is try and get you going sideways. They're not going to run it down your throat.
Colby Richter on the play for Spirit Lake as Jensen looking to pass now again as he takes the snap. On his feet, trying to avoid pressure there. He's going to get tackled out of bounds off the left side for maybe a gain of 1, but a good job there to apply the pressure.
Excellent job by Skylar Groen coming back from the linebacker spot. Van Gorkum put some pressure on him, got kind of sucked inside. He lost his containment, and Groen came over the top and helped contain. So we got 3rd and a yard.
3rd and a yard to go for Spirit Lake. Receiver on both sides. Jensen with the shotgun, man in motion. Going to hand it up the middle this time. As the back does squeak through a hole there to get a nice gain.
Yeah, didn't need much, but he got her. So, yep, first down there. Decoy with that jet motion and just took the fullback right up the gut. Spirit Lake keeping that up-tempo stuff. They don't go to a huddle at all. They're running plays within 5-6 seconds on the play clock.
About a minute 15 left to go. First down and 10 at their 20-yard line. Jensen with a keep here as he's going to get a gain off to the left side, brought down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think we need to get to quarter, Vandy, just kind of catch our breath a little bit. Their high-tempo offense kind of keeping us on our heels. Can't make any subs on defense. Can't make any defensive calls, really, because they're running plays so quick.
55 seconds left to go. Again, now 2nd down and about 3 to go at the 25-yard line, or 35, I should say here. Pass to the right side's the completion as the receiver going to get to the down marker and brought down hard there by the Algona defender.
Yeah, just leaked the fullback out to the flats a little bit. Caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage, but we had gone with the receivers so much that Carson Devine did a nice job coming up making the tackle, but he had enough for the first down.
So we're nearing the end of the first quarter. 39 seconds left to go. First down and 10 at the, be the 34-yard line. Jensen takes the snap, hands it off to the right side. Actually keeps it there as time goes up the middle for a minimal gain of 1 yard, maybe 2.
Nice team defense there. Cole Lewis took out the lateral play. That allowed Schmitty to come in and take out the dive play, which in this case was a quarterback dive. So, yeah, that was a nice job of stopping it for a minimal gain. 2nd and 9.
2 receivers on the left side of Jensen, 1 back behind him. 2 on the right side as well. Here's the snap. Handoff play on the right side, but again, the defender's there for Algona. Quickly going to meet him there for no gain.
Yeah, nice job. They ran a little RPO look. There's no pass option, but there's a run option there, and the quarterback pulled it or gave it, and we took care of it backside. So
that is the end
good
of
defense.
That is the end of 1 quarter of play here on Hometown Radio. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have your 2nd quarter of play with more Bulldog football on Hometown Radio.
A lot of yards with no points, Rodney. $218 yards.
On the 35-yard line of their own territory. Here's going to roll over to his left side looking for a man. Going to be met by pressure and brought down for the sack. Wow! Andrew Hamilton on the play for the Bulldogs. What a huge 3rd down for Algona.
Oh, that was large. You saw the whole first quarter. Both teams had to take long fields there, and that's what kind of kept them out of the end zone a little bit. So now we're looking to flip field position. Spirit Lake has to punt from their own 25-yard line. You got to like our chances here to flip the field position.
White Wagner back to receive this punt. He'll get it at about the 45. Going to go over to his left side now. He's up to the 45, the 40. He picked up a block. He's going all the way. Algona scores on a punt return to start things off hot in the second quarter.
Excellent return. We had a couple guys that are learning from film. We've had previous games where we've been hitting people in the back. This time we pulled up, we didn't touch them, didn't need those blocks, and Wagner takes it to the house. A line drive kick that he caught clean, and he was off and running. Got down our sideline, and he was gone.
Great blocking there by the punt return team for Algona. Wyatt Wagner, what a run to get things going here in the second quarter of play. As right now it's 6-0, Algona going to lead. We'll see how this first point after attempt goes. First one we've seen all night. As the referees have a stoppage.
See if the ball boy can catch it.
Here we go now. Spencer Holmes, of course, is the kicker for Algona. Here's the snap. It's on his way. A little high there as Wyatt Wagner going to take it on the run. Trying to beat him out to the right side, but going to be brought out of bounds. Oh, tried to shuffle it off before he got out. But that, oh, wait, flag at the end of the play.
That's a hit out of bounds.
That was a rough hit as the fans were.
We might get a chance to do that over. Yeah, it was a high snap, and we had no choice but just to field it cleanly and try to run a fire play out of that. Fire play is what you practice all the time on those snaps that you can't quite handle, whether it's a bad snap or you just can't handle it. And then they did hit us out of bounds. I think that's going to give us another opportunity for this PAT.
What was misfortune now turns into big fortune for Algona as they get to attempt this point after again. A high snap almost destroyed this point after attempt here, but
on the kickoff, they must have said it was after the play was done. So we don't get an opportunity, but we do add 15 yards to the kickoff spot, so we'll be kicking off from Spirit Lakes 45. That'll help the field position.
Let's get to a break here, folks. We'll be back in a minute here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. What a return. Wow.
That was.
We're back here on Hometown Radio KLGA as the Bulldogs get ready to kick this one off. 6-0 the score as Algona gets a huge, massive punt return for a touchdown with Wyatt Wagner. They don't get the point after attempt to go their way, but again, 6-0. They're leading at home tonight over the Indians of Spirit Lake as there was a penalty afterwards on this point after attempt. So now the Bulldogs looking to kick even further up than usual.
Oh, 15 yards up, get in the end zone. That's about the only way you're going to. Oh, don't kick the line.
They kicked it right to him as he's going to actually fall down. The returner for Spirit Lake falls at about the 6-yard line, it looks like?
Yeah, 7-yard line. I was just saying one of those no, yay things that he just kicked a line drive right at him, but as soon as the guy started to accelerate forward, his feet slipped out and went down to a knee, and that was the end of that play.
1st and 10 to go at their own 6-yard line. Spirit Lake going from left to right on your radio dial, KLJ. Algona now going from right to left here. As Jensen in the shotgun, man in motion. Here comes the play. It's a handoff to the left side as they have their running back up to about, it looks to be a nice gain there for Spirit Lake. We'll see where they mark them.
Joe Stein, a great track athlete, too. I think he beat Samonte in a few races in the track, so that tells you the kind of quality speed that kid's got. And he just ran that jet sweep out there. And we see it, we recognize it, we just can't catch him.
That was good for a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. As here's another handoff play this time on the middle. Over to the right slightly, but the Bulldogs there to bring them down for a minimal gain. Although this, again, it's still 3rd and about 1 to go for Spirit Lake.
Yeah, big 3rd down play. You need a negative play here, any type of positive play. They get the 1st down, but you just don't want to give up the big play. That's the whole key to this thing.
3rd and 1 at the 16-yard line of their own territory. Spirit Lake has 2 men in motion. A little confusion for the Indians, it looks like.
Just got a little shift going on here.
All right, as they have two receivers on both sides. There's a keeper up the middle with the quarterback, Jensen. Jensen going to get the first down and a couple more yards right after that, but brought down by the Dogs.
Yeah, he got enough yards because they had a big guard get out on Garrett Schmidt. Garrett Schmidt's probably 100 pounds less than that guard, so you're going to lose that battle most of the time.
So a nice gain there for Connor Jensen and the Spirit Lake Indians. Jensen with the receiver on both sides. Running back on his right side. He takes the snap, looks to his left side, trying to find a man. Pressure from the Algona Bulldogs. Going to bring him down for a sack. Big play there for the Bulldogs.
I tell you what made that sack was Monte Bowden down here corner. They ran a double move. Monte did not bite, has the speed to recover, even though he's beaten by a very, very small amount. He had nowhere else to go with the ball. That allowed the line to get there. Big play for the defense.
Second down with about 11 yards to go now for Spirit Lake in their own territory at around the 15-yard line. Three receivers on the right side, one on the left. Running back to the right side of Jensen. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left, quick pass. They've done that all night long, but quickly.
There you go.
A nice job there by Algona's defense to bring down Joe Stein for just a minimal gain.
You know, he's got such crazy speed. I mean, you got to respect the speed, but Cecil did a great job of sticking his spikes in the ground, coming up and making good, solid tackle. 3rd and 8.
Third down here at the 20-yard line. Snap comes. Let's see, Jensen looking to his right side, going to get a pass off. And again, quickly brought down. Algona did a fantastic job. They're actually going to call that an incomplete pass there. But what a job by Algona. Carson Devine making the play and stopping this pass.
He was half a whisker from a pick six. There's no way that kid was going to go anywhere.
Jensen was kind of scrambling there, trying to figure out who to pass to. Found a man, but a great job by Carson Devine and the Algona defense as they now get ready for a punt here on 4th down. It's on the way. High punt, but that's going nowhere. That's going right out of bounds at about Dogs. Let's see here. Well, it'll be Spirit Lake territory. So we're heading in the right direction. That's going to be about the 44-yard line, it looks like. That's where they're going to start.
That's
43.
Yeah, that's purely done on fear factor. You don't want to punt to the guy that just returned one for you, so you're going to kick it away from him. And yeah, it was a short punt. The Dogs start out in Spirit Lake territory at, what'd you say, the 43 there?
Yep, about the 43-yard line. This is the start that the Dogs needed in the second quarter of play. They're up 6-0, folks, if you're just joining us, with 8:51 left to go in the first half of play on Hometown Radio KLJ. Again, the Dogs have the ball. Matt Grine, quarterback here with two receivers on the left, one on the right. Man in motion with Wyatt Wagner there. He's going to fake the handoff. It's a pass play, and he looks to his right side. Finds a man. Oh, just
There's
incomplete.
A flag. Yep, he's digging
That's
for
an
it.
interference play as Spencer Holmes had that ball in and out. Couldn't get it with a little shove beforehand. So the flags do fly on that one.
Nice looking play. We had a little bit of a wrinkle there. We brought Skylar Groen inside a B gap. Had a fullback on that side, faked the jet sweep there, so everybody committed and left the corner on an island one-on-one, and he just couldn't hang with Holmes.
That line gave him so much time as well. It gave Matt Grine enough time. I think if they would have had just a little bit more time there, I think Spencer clears his defender, and he might be off to races.
You're absolutely right, and you're spoken like a true lineman, Vandy. You're making me proud. I'm shedding a tear right now. Linemen don't get enough love.
As we get first down here, and 10 to go on the 28-yard line. Algona marching towards the end zone here as, again, they're going from right to left on your radio dial. Receiver on the left side, going to hand it off there as, it's going to be I don't even think a gain there as Spirit Lake quick to the running back there for Algona. That was Skylar Groen on the carry, brought down behind the line.
Yeah, ran that little counter play there, and I don't know if we missed the first guy, but they shot hard, So defense, it's a cat and mouse game. Defense is going to guess right every now and then, but you got to like our chances with offense making a big play when they guess wrong.
The guy to watch right now, Spencer Holm, he's wide right with a receiver on the left as well. Grine takes the snap, going to fake the handoff on both sides. He's going to look to his right, maybe looks in the middle now, and again, incomplete pass. No flag on the play. Fans kind of arguing a little bit as it just looked like Wyatt Wagner slipped a little bit. But when you see a defender behind the guy after they slip, you can cause a little commotion.
Yeah, I think it was there too. I think the pass was behind and both guys tried to put the brakes on and just their feet just went out. So
again, this field definitely a little icy, if you will. That's it's like you're on a skating rink. It's how it's been described tonight. looks beautiful, but the field play-wise, not
It's
a
a little
story.
slippery. Yep, it's a little slippery. So we're looking at 3rd and 11 here on the 29-yard line. We need at least half of this
Two
here.
receivers on the right, one on the left. Matt Grind takes the snap. He's going to have a lot of pressure. Finds some room and run. Goes to his left side. Going to get rid of the ball. No, he's going to be brought out of bounds. Tried to find a pass there as he evaded 2 defenders, but 2 more were right on his case there, Mike.
We had a good play call out there because we had Wyatt alone in the flats out there, but just too much pressure on that backside there, and Matt tried to make something happen, and I'm sure the coaches are saying, hey, you get 1 look, not 7 looks.
Well, now 4th and 11, 7:36 left to go in this first half of play. 6-0. The Algona Bulldogs still leading at home here on Hometown Radio KLGA. They will go for it in this 4th down attempt. Again, now 4th and 12 rather. Again, they're at the it'd be the 30-yard line here. 2 receivers on both sides, and here's the snap for Grind. Looks to the middle, finds a man wide open. It's a catch. It is off. Touchdown for Algona. What a play!
Just ran, beautiful play. Ran the wide twins out there and 4 verts on that, and they just had nobody that could run with Skylar Grown. They covered the wide guys. They covered Wyatt Wagner on the slot backside, but they could not account for Skylar Grown into the end zone.
Skylar found pay dirt because a linebacker on the side of Spirit Lake, a middle linebacker, kind of just a little confusion on its side, it looks like, as well. So a great play design there for Algona. And again, Skylar Grown with a huge pay dirt play there, and they're looking to go for 2 on this attempt here. Algona up right now 13-0. 2 receivers on both sides of the ball.
We got a little
Wildcat
Philly special
formation.
there or something. We got Wyatt back at corner. Or
Wyatt
quarterback.
takes the snap. He's going to look to run it on his own here. Going to be a few yards short of the end zone, so it's no good. 13-0, though, is your score. Algona leads at home. Back in a minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA. Brian goes with a 13 or 12. I mean, Mike corrected me. He got me. He knows. He knows. Oh, man.
This always makes me nervous, kick returns. Our kick coverage team.
Oh, come on now. Let's get back on here.
Looks like he's trying to pooch it over here.
Back here on Hometown Radio for the kickoff here as Algona scores. 12-0 the score right now as the Indians going to bring it back up past the 40. Still running, now past the 44-yard line as we brought down there. That's where the Indians will start in their own territory. Just couldn't get past midfield, but what a good job there. This second quarter has gone the way of the Bulldogs. Up here 12-0 here at home tonight at Bulldog Stadium. And looking to keep their defense from stopping the Indians from scoring yet again.
Yeah, that kick return there, we tried to kick it away from the speed demons. Couldn't get down there and make a quick play, so they caught it clean. Got a nice little return here, starting their own side of the 50, but right near midfield.
So 1st and 10, they're going to mark it at the 43-yard line of their own territory. Jensen from Spirit Lake takes the snap. It's a handoff to the left side there. That is going to go for a minimal gain and no gain at all because Algona pushes them back behind the line of scrimmage. What a job there for Algona.
Oh, Garrett Schmidt read that well, and he just took off running, and he ran right with him. It wasn't like that kid was running away from him. Garrett had the angle, good smart play, strong tackle, lost a yard, 2nd and 11.
Colby Richter tried to get a play off for Spirit Lake. Couldn't get anything there on 1st down. 2nd down and 11 to go. Here's a snap. It's a handoff again to Richter on the right side. But again, quickly met by defenders from Algona. Maybe gets a yard out of it, if that. Doesn't look like much is gained at all there, Mike.
No, not much at all. And that was good team defense there. Cole Lewis is upfield, made him change direction. Skylar Groen got out there, made him change direction. Schmidt, he got out there. Garrett Schmidt made him out there, changed direction. Then he just finally went down. So the field's slippery. We saw that. We just got to corral and not give up the big plays.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. 3rd down and 11 to go. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left, tries to get it to a man, and he does. That is Joe Stein with a catch, but short of the first down, as they'll be down at about the 43-yard line as they now get past midfield. The Spirit Lake Indians. Got to wonder if they will again punt here. It looks like that could be the situation to go for. But again,
yeah, they just
down.
ran that isolation route back there, a little stop route, caught it, but slipped and went down right there.
So 4th down for the Indians. A likely punt situation. It is. Jensen kicks it. A booming punt that will go down. Let's see here. It's already down to about the 4. They're going to mark it about the 6-yard line there. So a nice punt for Spirit Lake. I'm going to start this drive deep in their own territory. But as we've seen all night long, it seems, Mike, they know how to find their way out of this kind of situation.
That's a situation where we weren't totally sold that they were going to punt the ball, so we didn't have anybody deep, and they're little quick huddle things. I mean, you don't have time to guess. You don't have time to second guess or come up with adjustments or wrinkles. So give them credit for running quick snap there and getting a punt, changing field position.
5:25 left to go in this first half of play. 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line. Algona has 2 receivers on the left side of Grind, who takes a snap now. Hands it off to the left side here. A huge gain for Algona, as they'll be short of a first down. We'll see who's on that carry for Algona.
Good powerful run by Durant there. Just kind of off tackle left side, and they plug the middle a little bit, and they're having to plug the middle with their defensive end. They only run that 3-5 look, so if your linebackers bite on the inside too, that leaves nobody uncontained, so you're at second level.
2nd and about, they're going to say 2nd and 2 to go. Now at their own 15-yard line. Algona in good situation right now to get a first down. We'll see what they come up with here. 2 receivers again on the left side, same formation as last. Grind takes the snap, hands it up off the middle, I believe, to Durant, who's going to get that first down and a little bit more as well.
That was a great block by our center over there. He reached, the guy slanted to where we ran the ball. He reached him and got him sealed off inside. Great block by Sawyer Curtis.
1st and 10. The crowd chanting for that first down as Rich Collison always gets them fired up here at Bulldog Stadium every home game. As the Bulldogs going to bring in Spencer Holmes on this play. Just a receiver change real quick. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Here's a snap for Grind. Grind hands it off to the middle, and it's going to be quickly met there as the Bulldogs don't get much on that gain at all. Durant couldn't really find his way on the left side.
No, we got a flag there too, and the guy that threw it's probably going to say hold it, illegal shift. Must have had 2 guys in motion there.
So this will push the Bulldogs back.
I think they might decline it.
Oh, it is declined. Good call there,
So
Coach.
they'll take the stuff and go a 2nd and 10.
We'll say about, let's say 2nd and 11 on this one here. 2nd and 11, 4:21 left in this first half play. Algona up 12-0 over Spirit Lake. Receiver on the left side. Grind in shotgun formation. Ref blows the whistle for play to resume. Oh, they tried to get them to jump off sides. Didn't work there. Grind now with a snap. It comes. It's a handoff over to the right side to Wyatt Wagner, who's going to get a little bit of gain. A nice play there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I just kind of ran the counter play there, and they're down on that west end of the field, which is really slippery there. Dwight did a great job of making a cut and changing direction without going down, but just not much mustard behind it. So we're sitting at 3rd and 9 here, Vandy. You'd like to think if we get a first down on this, that'll really help us flip the field, because otherwise Spencer's punting out of the mud.
3:44 left to go in this first half of play. Algona still up 12-0 if you're just joining us here on Hometown Radio. In their own territory, the Dogs have 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Grind takes the snap, going to keep the ball, looking for a pass play. Looks to his left, going to keep it and run it on his own, going to get a few yards and knocked out of bounds.
I think he got her.
It looks good from our angle. We'll see where the refs mark him here, but that should be a first down off our angle here. It is indeed.
Yeah.
That's the kind of run you want to see, folks.
We needed that on 3rd and 9. Excellent play. They had both guys out there, and it's kind of a pass option. He kept pumping, and finally both guys took off deep. So your defense has no choice but to run with them, and that gave him a run lane to get the first down. Nice, smart offensive play there. Smart football players.
1st and 10 to go at the 30-yard line of their own territory. Grind takes a snap. It's a Handoff up the middle, and Durant quickly met there for maybe a yard gain, if that. It is minimal, folks.
Yeah, that was just the read option type thing again, and just took a little too long to develop. The defense could play both guys there. He's got to hit that a little bit quicker.
Second down, 8 to go at their own 32-yard line. Algona trying to close this quarter up with another score here. There's 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Receiver on the right side. It's a handoff play here. That's Wyatt Wagner on the left side, who gets a big gain, still on his feet, now brought down for a nice gain there. What a counter play it again.
Yeah, nice little counter play, and he is so dangerous because when he changes directions, it's not a shoulder patch. He turns his hips, and he just shoots a little gap right through there and changes directions nicely. So now we're at 3rd and 1. You like to think if we can get a first down out of this, we can at least get to the halftime clock, 12-0.
Well, again, 3rd and 1, as Mike just mentioned there, at their own 39-yard line. Grind takes the shotgun snap. It's going to be a handoff. Keeper there as he fakes the defense. He finds some room off to midfield. Breaks the tackle and now brought down at about the 42-yard line. A nice job there to read that play, Mike.
There, we just talked about it before a little bit ago, and he was able to pull it out quicker. Nice job getting over there. We're at the 43 of Spirit Lake right now. All 3 timeouts, 2:12 left on the clock. We got a chance to score some points here, Vandy.
As we said, the Bulldogs have found a way all night long to get out of deep territory, and what a job they have done again in this second quarter play. It has gone all Bulldogs here. A receiver on the right, 2 on the left for Grind. Grind going to take the snap with a man in motion. Here's Wyatt Wagner as the snap goes to Grind. Grind looking deep on the right side. It's picked off there. Spencer Newman returning it for the Spirit Lake Indians. He's past midfield. Gonna still be on his feet. Gets knocked out of bounds at around the 40. Let's see, the 34. He got it past the 35, it looks like. We'll see where they mark him here.
Yeah, we ran a wheel route and Grind underthrew it just a little bit. You want to throw that more to the sideline rather than back into the field. Defense made a phenomenal play on. I mean, if we caught that, we're scoring. And right at the last second, the defense undercut it and picked it off. So a lot of first half left. They got all 3 timeouts, 1:44 on the clock, 41-yard line on the Bulldogs. They got to be thinking they're scoring points now.
Well, the Bulldogs can't let this affect their mood right now. This has been their quarter, and we got to see how they finish it out here with a minute 44 left to go. 1st and 10 at the 41 of Algona territory. It's a handoff this time up the middle. A good gain there for Spirit Lake.
That's a run play, though. We'll let the clock go. They're going to let the clock go as quick as they can score. You know, we're talking. They got plenty of time. 1:30 left on the clock.
Second down now at the 37-yard line. Second down, about 6 to go for Spirit Lake. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left, fakes the pass. Now a pass on the left side, finds a man. It's a completion as they're going to bring him down, though, short of the end zone. That's a huge pass play. Algona just could not stop that pass from going.
Oh, there's a double move, a little hitch and go. And our corner read it, but the feet went out underneath and just couldn't get back into recovery mode quick enough. So now they're down there at about the, 5-yard line?
1st and goal, minute 12 left to go in this first half of play. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left of Jensen. Jensen takes the snap, keeps it up the middle here, and he's going to run it in for a touchdown. Not what you want to see happen here as we approach the end of the first half of play, but just a good play there for Spirit Lake to get in the end zone.
Yep, just a jet sweep there. Instead of going with jet sweep, quarterback just kept it up the middle, and the lineman blocked it very well. He had an easy walk into the end zone.
So as it stands, Algona up 12-6 as Spirit Lake looking to make their extra point. They will go for 1 on this. In pregame coverage, they were actually trying to kick from the 40. We noted that here.
Yeah, 40-yard field goals. Just missed one to the right, but yeah, this is big. If somehow they can miss it and keep it at 2 touchdowns.
Here's a snap on the way is a kick, and that one is good. So as it stands, it's 12-7 with a minute 48 to go. We'll take a minute timeout. Be back with more on Hometown Radio, KLGA. as we see.
Samonte and Wyatt are back there. Both very dangerous return guys.
Spirit Lake kicks it off. They're going to go over to Bowden, who takes it off the left side here, trying to look for a block, find some room. Wow, he tripped up, but my goodness, what speed he had as he was going down to launch forward to go down to about the 30-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, he got 0 to 60 awful quick on that one.
That was just unique speed there, and what a unique player Bowden is, as again the Algona Bulldogs 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
You got 1 minute on the clock. You got 2 timeouts left. Your first play is going to dictate just how much you push.
So we'll see how the Bulldogs approach this end of the first half of play. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Grind going to take the snap here. Looking to the left, going to give a pass play there. Oh, wow! Off the hands there of Skylar Grown on the middle, but what a hit afterwards from the Indians of Spirit Lake.
Yeah, just ran a little bit of a seam route there, brought Skylar underneath it, and he catches that thing 9 times out of 10. You know, the ball's a little wet and cold, so it's going to get slippery.
So now 2nd and 10 at their own 29. 55 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Grind bringing in the play call here.
You got plenty of time. You got 2 timeouts, 55 seconds. We got a lot of speed. It's just how aggressive do you want to get and maybe give them an opportunity.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Grind takes a snap. He's going to hand it off the middle here, but no gain for Jacob Durant. So now the clock going. We'll see if any timeouts are called. 45 seconds to remain.
Looks like Spirit is willing to let the clock run down.
Yeah, they are. They're going to let the clock still go at 35 seconds here. Still left in the first half of play. I think Algona's going to let time wind down as well. So they're going to go into the half. 12-7 the score. Grind does bring in a play, though, with 24 seconds left to go.
Well,
so this could be the last play.
Well, look for a stop here. They might make us punt.
Let's see here. It's a snap. It's a handoff to the left side. As Skylar Grown tried to find some room, but defenders are there quickly to meet him on the left side of the field. And now, yes, I do believe a timeout is called. We'll see what the refs are talking about here. Yes, it is a timeout. And you are right there, Mike. They are going to make
they're going to make us punt.
7 seconds left to go in this first half.
I would be very surprised if this punt touches any hands. Maybe Coach Jacobson saying, hey, you see the 40-yard line? Kick it right to Mr. Gale standing there taking pictures.
Well, 4th down, folks. This half was going the way of the Bulldogs. I would even still say this has definitely been the first or the second quarter of play. Definitely goes the way of the Bulldogs, even with the score 12-7. And the Indians making this late push here at the end of the first half. But the Bulldogs started things off very hot. We'll have, of course, more details as we get to our halftime report.
Well, it started out the first quarter, both teams combined had 220 yards of total offense, and it was a 0-0 score. So there's been a lot of big plays out there, but defense has stepped up when they needed to. Here's an opportunity for the Dogs to really take care of business. You got to believe that Spirit Lake is bringing the house trying to block this thing. So if you're Holmes, you just catch it, quick kick it, and get it out of bounds and live to make one play on defense.
All right, both teams now coming back out of this timeout, back on the field. Spencer Holmes, as we mentioned, back to punt this one away for Algona. 7 seconds left to go in the first half of play. 12-7 your score. Algona leads as we're approaching halftime here on Hometown Radio. Here comes a snap for Algona. Nice punt off to the right side here as time still winding down, and it does go out of bounds with, oh, actually, no, it's going to bring the clock. It didn't go out of bounds. It barely stayed in bounds as that ends the half. So we're going to go into halftime here, Mike. 12-7, Algona leads, looking to go 8-0 for the first time since 1925. Folks, we'll have more as we get to our halftime break. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. Yep, I was just going to say.
Into the visitors' concession stand. If you're from Spirit Lake and you're missing your phone, it might be in the visitors' concession stand near the baseball field. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to the performance of the Algona High School Struggle Regiment 2018 production. Music from the Broadway musical Les Miserables. Repertoire for tonight's show includes work songs, At the End of the Day, I Dreamed a Dream, The Attack, Our Rue Tournée, and One Day More.
History as they're looking to go 8-0 for the first time since 1925. They are currently up 12-7. A wild first half of action, scoreless entering the second quarter of play, but a big second quarter for both teams here, Mike.
Oh, it was. You know, we talked about it briefly. Sorry, eating a little pizza here. Talked about it briefly. 220 yards in the first quarter and no points on the board, but then a couple of big plays for the Dogs. Spirit Lake answered with a huge play with that pick and returned it for about a 50-yard gain. Gave them a short field. So, yeah, there's a lot of football left to play. You know, some teams out there would be a little shaken by that pick return and the touchdown, but not the Bulldogs. I think they'll just come back. There's just one play at a time for them. They have a lot of confidence in what they do and what they believe in what they do. So, second half will be a barn burner.
If you're the Bulldogs defense, you got to be proud of what you've done so far. Yes, 7 points on the board, but still the amazing stops with all these counter plays and all these sweeps and everything going on that the Indians have brought to the table here tonight. They've done a great job of preventing them from getting to the end zone. Yes, 7 points on the board, but other than the other scores, you take that away, you got to be proud of that first half.
Oh, absolutely. No, they played smart football. They made Spirit Lake work for long fields. They didn't give them short fields. So we got to keep doing that, try and keep the field position battle going, and we'll take just 12 points in the first half as long as they only have 7. We do 12 in the second half, they do 7, we'll be happy at the end.
Offensively, what are some things that our Bulldogs have done well, and maybe some things they're going to work on as we enter the second half of play?
Well, they just keep doing what they're doing. They've got a ton of yards. They got some key first downs on third and longs. That's kind of a heartbreaker there, so we got to keep doing that. We'd like to be able to finish a couple drives. You know, we've had a couple of mistakes and line up wrong or 2 guys in motion at the same time. Those are kind of fixable mistakes. But we just got to keep doing what we're doing offensively. Defensively, you're absolutely right. You got to be happy with the stops that you had and just play hard second half.
Well, of course, don't forget, folks, we have You Make the Call coming up here in just a little bit as we see our band and company out on the field right now here. A huge night, parents' night, and we got one of our own up here in the booth who's got a couple seniors as well this year. Isn't that right, Coach?
Absolutely. Band's been a big part of their life. It's given them an awful lot. Very appreciative of what AHS has given to them in band. But, yep, twin daughters are seniors. I can't be, Vandy. I'm not that old. You got to help me out here. I'm not that old, man.
Well, you know, we got to look at the stats here as well, Mike, as we got to get through those here for our listeners, maybe missing out on the first half of play. And, again, but congratulations before we do get to that. Congratulations on a couple of seniors, and definitely proud papa, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it's proud papa time here. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. Spirit Lake's got 132 yards total offense, 86 through passing, 46 through rushing. So the Dogs did a nice job of stopping that run game. Algona's got 250 yards total offense, 84 yards passing, 131 on the ground. So we're definitely winning the battle of offenses out there. What are some key ones? You know, Matt Grind hasn't had the most solid, and for whatever reason, you know, we've got a couple drops in there. They got some good defense out there, too. He's 4 of 10 for 84 yards. Got 2 interceptions. That's a little uncharacteristic for him, but he does have a touchdown on that. Jacob Durant's got 60 yards on the ground. Matt Grind's got 60 yards on the ground, so if you want to take away a couple of the other options, Matt's more than willing to take some of those yards. Skylar Groen has got 50 yards receiving with a touchdown. There are big guns out there. Spencer Newman's got 2 catches for 41 yards. Number 22 there, I believe, is Stein. He's got a couple catches for only 10 yards, so we've done a nice job there. You know, it's just going to be a second half, Andy, where we come out and we believe in what we do. I don't think you're going to see any new wrinkles from either team. It's not like you got to panic and sell out to win this game. You just got to do what you do a little better and make them do it a little bit worse. So second half will be huge.
If you're Coach Jacobson and, of course, the rest of the offensive crew, do you maybe tell Grind, limit how many times you try to find something on the edge a little bit? Of course, we saw him get that defensive pressure, and even when he was under pressure, he tried to shuffle a little bit. Do you tell him to be a little more calm and relaxed during the second half?
I don't know. I think he's played so well all year long. You don't want to tell him to do something that's out of characteristic for him. You might address it and say, hey, instead of doing 4 looks, you just go 2 looks and chuck the ball out of bounds if you need to, because there is no intentional grounding when the ball goes past the line of scrimmage in high school ball, or no uncatchable ball. Sorry about that. But, yeah, I don't know if you want to go wholesale and tell him to do a whole lot of things different. Just give him a couple little pointers as you do to everybody else. Lineman block a little bit better. Defense tackle a little bit better. I'm very impressed with perimeter tackling. It's not like we've had broken tackles. We've had a couple where we tackled a little high, so they got yards after contact. That's something you can address. But, yeah, you don't go out there and say, hey, you got to do this so much different than what you've done all year long. You just keep doing what you do.
What we're going to do now, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and after that break, you're going to hear You Make the Call. That's coming up here. No idea what the call decision is, what the question is this week, but we'll have that for you again. 2 minutes for a timeout, and when we come back after the break, you're going to have You Make the Call. It's all on Hometown Radio, KLGA. At Spirit Lake, they come in 2-1 in district play, 6-1 overall. They are ranked 8th in the RPI. So again, if you're Algona, if you do lose this matchup, the slip you would think wouldn't be much because of how close they are rank-wise. But for Spirit Lake, it's a must-win. They got to stay in contention here. If they lose this one, it's going to come down, and maybe just either way will come down to Southeast Valley hosting Algona next week.
Yeah, that'll be a big one. And you're right. There's more pressure on them to win this game than us right now. But I tell you what, you don't want them to lose an opportunity like this. You got a halftime lead. You just got to finish the game. So you got to go out there and play hard. And you heard a nickel for every time I've said it. You just got to do what you do and don't change anything for the reason of panicking.
If we've seen a team close out a game and finish a game this year, it's definitely been a team like Algona. They know how to do it this year, and they've proven that through 7 weeks of play. Again, we mentioned Matt Ryan, the highest QB rating of Class 2A tonight, and he's put on a performance here tonight. Finding his way on the edge and escaping pressure here. But again, like you mentioned as well, Coach, you don't like these multiple looks after evading pressure. You just want to get rid of the ball before anything serious happens to your quarterback. And we got to mention as well, as we start this second half of play, Spirit Lake does get the ball to start things off here. So the defense of Algona, which has, again, you have to be proud of their effort here in the first half. They're going to take the field first for Algona.
Yeah, and I think, you hit the nail on the head there talking about Matt's passer rating, but I think his passer rating really helped him run the ball a little bit this first half because they thought, he throws the ball so well, got so many weapons, we got to cover all those guys, and that allowed him to get outside and make some plays. So if Spirit Lake is going to make a difference, right now they're going to say, okay, beat us with your arm because we saw you're going to beat us with your legs, so we got to take the legs away, beat us with your arm. So that would be one adjustment that they might make. But other than that, we're getting ready. You're right. They do get the football here, so we got to make sure we tackle well. They're returning it on the sloppy end of the field, so maybe we can get another spin out type of thing. That usually helps.
So Spirit Lake can return from right to left. Algona will have the ball from left to right on your radio dial KLGA. Got to thank everybody again for tuning in to a huge district game for Algona against Spirit Lake. Got to thank Brian Wilson back in the studio. It's weird to say that. I'm telling you, it's weird to say our in-studio producer tonight is Brian Wilson. As again, the Golden Bears lead 43-6 at half. That game again on 98.5 Home Country Radio. But if you're looking for the Bulldogs, they're right here, 92.7, folks. KLJ as the Bulldogs again, 12-7 the score. They lead at home. They're ready for kickoff. Spencer Holmes on the field with the rest of the Dogs.
Well, here we go, Vandy. 24 minutes. What do you think is going to happen in 24 minutes on the game clock?
A lot of offense. A lot of offense. Either way, you talked about this being a marathon. Maybe a sprint for both these guys and both teams, I should say. We'll see what happens here. I like the music choice by Collison here. A little Michael Jackson beat it. Here's the kickoff. It was a little squib kick here up the middle, as nobody touches it. So that's an interesting return there. As down at the, let's see, about 24,
26.
25, 26.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Their little squib kick down the middle, and everybody in Spirit Lake thought, okay, the next guy's getting it. Finally, the back guy just had to fall on it at the 26-yard line. Otherwise, Dogs would have got it right back.
Joe Stein, who showed impressive speed here tonight as well on that recovery for Spirit Lake. They're at the 26-yard line of their own territory. Man in motion. It's a handoff to the right side, as that back's going to find some room on the right and get off to the edge and brought out of bounds short of the first down. We'll see how they mark it, but it could be a 2nd-and-1 situation here for Spirit Lake as they start off this second half of play.
Yeah, ran that jet sweep there and blocked it a little bit differently because they took away Garrett's ability to run that inside alley, and he didn't get there cleanly, and that allowed him to outrun him to the sideline.
Spencer Newman used on that run play. They haven't used him a whole lot here in the first half. Here's the pass here on the left side as they take the snap. Incomplete pass over the head of Joe Stein. As, again, that's just an over-the-head pass there from Connor Jensen of Spirit Lake.
Yeah, that was just a wheel route. They ran him in the jet motion across, took him out to flats wheel route, and we were defending him very well. There's no way the quarterback is fitting that in the window.
Well, and Jensen and the Indian is quick to the huddle here and quick back out on the field to get a play. A receiver on both sides. Here's the snap for Jensen, man in motion. They fake to Newman there as a keeper by Jensen, who's going to run for the first down up the middle, and then a little bit afterwards brought down for a gain. Again, a first down, and it's the big thing about that drive there.
Yeah, that's one you got to be wear it down in distance. 3rd and 1, they're not going to go perimeter. They're going to try and smash a yard out to get that first down. So live and learn, but they don't give you much time to think. They're back there running another play right now.
1st and 10, man in motion at their own 40-yard line. A pass up the middle, incomplete. They're off the hands of their receiver.
Dodged a bullet there. They just ran that little quick slant thing that we do with our wing there, and Cole Johnson read it but spun out there. So we got to be a little smarter on what we do. Not that Cole made a bad choice, but we just got to be a little smarter on what we do, a little pre-snap reads. We're second half of the game here. Start learning from it.
2nd and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Jensen has 2 receivers on both sides of the ball. Shotgun formation, no backs behind him or on the right. Looks to pass, keeps up the middle here, goes to the right side now, breaks up for a first down, and then a few yards afterwards, he gets brought out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a designed run the whole way by the quarterback. Good little seam up there, and took a head of steam. So this is not the way the Dogs wanted to start out this half.
Quick change here for the defense as Andrew Hamilton comes in for Gavin Mintz. So he'll be playing the left side.
Came in for Ben Gorkum at a left end.
Oh. Let's see, the refs blow their whistle here. We'll see what this is about.
Somebody's bleeding, so I go out for a play.
Oh, that's Connor Jensen, their quarterback. So they're actually going to bring him out, and Brent Scott
It'll just
for
be
Spirit
one
Lake
play.
will be the quarterback here. 2nd down and 10 at the 47-yard line of their own territory. They're looking to enter, actually, pass midfield, rather. It's a pass play here as they're trying to find something here, but it's just going to be a run up the middle there, and a good gain for Spirit Lake as Brent Scott comes in for one play for the Indians and makes a huge play out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're covering the receivers very well, and leaves one linebacker in the box. So if they get that linebacker blocked, then he's got a running lane. That's what's happened the last 2 plays.
3rd down and, let's see here, 3rd down, about a yard to go, 2 yards to go at the 38-yard line. Jensen looks to his left, gets the pass off here. It's completed as his receiver gets the first down and is brought down to about the 30-yard line there. That was Spencer Newman on the catch.
Yeah, just had a trips formation out here and just threw it to the wide guy. It leaves 2 blockers in front. Quick feet, made a nice play, gained a bunch of yards. So Indians are coming out firing on all cylinders.
They're gaining yards left and right here. Receiver on the right and left side for the Indians, man in motion. They hand it off this time off to the right side as their running back going to get past the marker there. And I should say one of the markers as he gets about a 4-yard gain there on the right side.
Yeah, we tried to run that alley again and ran a little bit better, but still they're blocking a little bit there. I can't see exactly what they're doing. If they're doing more of a crackback concept on it, would be my guess.
So now,
but yeah, it's only a 3-yard gain, so decent play.
About 9:54 left in the 3rd quarter play. 2 receivers on the right and a man in motion. It's a fake handoff, pass up the middle. Oh, the Dogs deflected. It's an incomplete pass, but it could have been a pick. So close were the Bulldogs to making a game-changing stop there.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Garrett Schmidt. He was right in the throwing lane right there. Just put his paw up and knocked it down. I think they might have had a little thing going on there. Might have been able to make a play, but Garrett made a better one.
That's been one of the plays that the Indians have used that's burnt the Bulldogs in the past, so nice job there reading that play off. The defense doing a great job there on 2nd down. 3rd down here, Jensen looked for a pass on the right side. Has a man, no, incomplete there. Good coverage, but a flag late. What is that about? You got to wonder. No flag was thrown until after the receiver got up.
Yeah, there's a lot of times the Bulldogs go try and help people up, pick them up or something like that, and I don't know if we're going to pick him up and he calls it taunting or what. I'm not sure what this is.
That is, oh my goodness. This is going to be an interesting call.
Pass interference?
Well, hold on now. Pass interference. The crowd hates it here, and I'm gonna save my sentiment for a break here, but a questionable flag there. No flag was thrown till well after that pass was incomplete. We're talking seconds, close to a minute, it feels like.
That guy has had a tough time getting his flag out of his pocket. He's dug a few times in calls he's made, so I don't know if that's what happened or what. But I didn't see the PI.
1st and 10 here at the 15-yard line. They're marching toward the end zone. The Indians with the ball. 2 receivers on the left. Jensen looks to his left. Man trips up. Incomplete pass there. Otherwise, that could have been dangerous. really dangerous.
Yeah, it was just a little swing screen out there to that wing. He was going out to the perimeter and kind of spun out a little bit.
Well, as the Bulldogs now look at the second down here for their defense, as, again, it's a first down and 10 here. 9:36 left in the third quarter play at the 15-yard line. Jensen has a man in motion, looks to throw this one up the middle. It's almost picked off. It hits the ground, though, as Algona's Wyatt Wagner there to almost get that pick. 2 pick plays almost come to Algona, but to no avail. Still got to be happy with a stop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you can see that the field condition is dictating a little bit. Now the crowd's kind of restless. So that flag might have got the crowd going a little bit. They're making some noise. Dogs are looking at 3rd and 10 here.
3rd and 10 at the 15-yard line. From right to left go the Indians. They have 2 receivers, one on the left, one on the right, man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Jensen takes it, looks to his right, has to throw it up the middle. Incomplete pass. We're going to 4th down here.
Nice job by Hunter Long. He smelled that screen out. He didn't know where the running back was, but he sagged back and made the quarterback change the angle he wanted to throw on it, and made the running back change his position. So now you got to wonder if they're going to try for a field goal here and maybe think that the points are a premium. They got kickers that can hit it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about them going at the 40-yard line in practice here before the game.
32-yarder.
32-yard field goal attempt. 4th and 10. Field goal coming up for the Indians.
Dogs got to play loose here. Anything can happen.
Here's a snap. The kick on the way. That looks to be good. It is. Field goal is good. That brings the score 12-10. 9:20 left in the third quarter play. We'll take a break. Come back in 1 minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA. That was a BS call there. That flag.
I hope you're off air.
Bulldogs ready for a kick return. 9:20 left here. They leave 12-10 after a field goal was made there by Spirit Lake.
Front row's got to hang loose. You never know what's going to happen here.
Kick is high on the right side. Samonte takes the kick return here.
Money.
Looks to his left side, has a few blocks there, going to get past the 30. Goes up the middle there, still not down yet, past the 40. They're still pushing him past the 45. What a return! And a flag after the play, though.
They might get a little extra face mask on that. No. I don't know. I can't tell you can't call holding in a scrum like that. You're absolutely right. That was a good, powerful return. Monty just refused to go down.
Face mask.
Add another 15 to that.
Well, the Dogs, they're going to take that one there.
So nice big return. Tack on an extra 15 on it. Puts the Dogs on about Spirit Lake's 40-yard line, I believe. Yep, right on the 40-yard line. Dogs got some momentum going now. We need some points, Vandy. We need points.
All right, the Bulldogs, this is the drive they need to get, as you said, get some points on the board here. Great starting position, already past midfield at the 40-yard line of Spirit Lake territory. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, a back behind Grind. Flags come out here. Could be a false start. We'll see what they call here.
Those are things that take your drives away. Yeah, I don't know how you call a false start in the defense. He had a few people up in arms already. All right, well, 1st and 15.
All right, 1st and 15 here.
Nothing but positive plays.
at the 44-yard line. Grind has 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. He takes a snap here. It's a keeper there by Grind to his left now, trying to shake off a tackle. Gets a couple yards out of it, so he actually shouldn't even say a couple. He gets a good gain of yardage there. I forget the fact they had the 5-yard penalty there. So now about originally where the ball would have started. So 2nd and 9 now to go for
Yeah, a little
Bulldogs.
trap play in the middle. He lined up Grown and B-gap there, and he trapped down, and Grind pulled it out of the belly and got a good 6-yard gain. But we got to keep the positive plays when you're starting 1st and 15th. You can't handle a 0 play or a negative play.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Grind and shotgun takes the snap here, looks to his left, fakes it. Now a handoff to Durant up the middle there, who gets a nice gain of yards as well.
Getting there, a nice little wrinkle. We kind of faked the bubble screen there, but it faked us so quick the linebackers didn't have time to fly out with their fake. They just kind of camped in there a little bit. So we're looking at 3rd and 6. You got to get about 4 or 5 here. Give yourself a good chance.
3rd down here, crucial 3rd down, you could say. 3rd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Big play for the Dogs. Crowd's getting into it. Sideline's getting into it. 3rd and 6. We need this one, fellas.
Here's the pass play. Looks to his right. Grind going to keep it up the middle. He gets good yardage. A 1st down. Still on his feet. Past the 20. Down to about the, they're going to say the 10-yard line. Wow, what a run there. A flag after the play. Could be against Spirit Lake. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Grind got up, tried to walk back, and ran into a guy that's bigger than him. It bounced off, and they're going to call that. I think that's kind of a cheesy call on that, but hey, we'll take the yards. I don't know if you saw it there, Vandy, but they brought a blitz off the outside edge, which allowed him that run lane from that outside backer. He just took advantage of it and got a bunch of yards on it.
Let's see what they call here. It is unsportsmanlike conduct on Spirit Lake there. The Bulldogs are on a drive that they've been looking for all night long. We talked about how well they do when they get out of deep situations. They started with great field position, get that penalty afterwards. Now they had to work a little harder after that, but my goodness, a 1st down situation here for them. 1st and 5 at the 5-yard line here.
So they're at the 15, half the distance would be like the 7.
Pardon me, I misread that. 1st and 5. Let's see here. So yes, they do mark it at, about the 5.
You're right. I'll never doubt you again, Vandy.
I was sitting there. I'm like, where's the goal? Yeah,
hey, here's where we
go.
need the lineman, Vandy. Right now, lineman got to be a beast.
1st and goal. Here we go. Handoff there to Durant. Going to try and push for the extra yardage there. Going to be short of the end zone. But a nice burst through that middle for Durant.
Yeah, right up the gut there. Got a good hard 2 or 3 yards. You know, if we do that every single time, we get to the end zone. So we can't panic and think we got to get a big play. Just keep getting positive plays. Positive plays is what you need.
7:19 to go here. Bulldogs again with a back behind Grind. They're going to hand it off again up the middle here, but it's going to be quickly met there. Good defense there by Spirit Lake to not allow any yards.
Yeah, that's one where if Grind could have pulled that wasn't a designed read. That was a purely give it to Durant and let him pound it in there. But if he could have pulled that, everybody caved in on Durant. So 5 yards, 5 yards, 2 plays. You do the math, 2.5 yards a play, and we're all happy.
So here we go now. 3rd and 5 at the 5. Grind takes a snap. Thought about keeping it, but does hand it up off the middle, but no gain there for the Bulldogs. It's 4th and 5 to go. You got to score in this situation.
Oh, now do you play the point game and you try and kick a chip shot field goal down on the sloppy end of the field? No, it looks like they're going for it. 3 yards. 3 yards.
3 hard yards to be gained for the Bulldogs off the slight gain there. We'll see what call comes as Wyatt Wagner, Spencer Holmes are on the right side as receivers, 2 on the left side as well.
Yeah, it looks like the Dogs are trying to spread them out a little bit, get some guys out of the box and still pound it in there, I'm guessing.
Here's the snap from Grind. Grind looks to his right, is going to run over there, maybe looking for a man. He throws to Holmes, he gets it! Pardon me, that was Wyatt Wagner, but it's a touchdown nonetheless for the Bulldogs.
Big, big play. He bought some extra time, but rolling out of the pocket to the right side. Wyatt did a great job of finding the open spot and just sitting down there. Good confidence in a quarterback and a receiver knowing where each other is going to be. Great play by the Dogs and the big-time touchdown that we needed there to answer Spirit Lakes coming right out of the halftime.
18-10, the current score. We'll see what happens on this point after attempt. Holmes looking to kick this one here, as they will try to go for one.
Did you wave at him when he was waving at you? Okay, it'll give you some.
Here comes the snap. On the way is the kick. That one is no good, just off there. As it stands, 18-10 is your score. Algona leads at home. We'll be back in 1 minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Return to the Indians 22 is Joe Stein, 23 Spencer Newman. Kicking off for Algona, number 12, Spencer Hall.
Well, we going to squib this or are we going?
Back here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, with more of Bulldogs football. Huge score there, Mike.
Oh, that
as
was
the
big.
Bulldogs, my goodness, what a huge play there for Wyatt Wagner and the Dogs. A squib kick here as they kick it off. And now here comes the return by the Indians to the left side. They're going to be brought down about the 43-yard line there.
That's still pretty good field position. You know, that's fortunate for them. They got a bounce and kick the ball up in the air. They're able to catch it and get some speed after it. But this is going to be a big play here, or a big series here. Right now, we don't want to get in a track meet. We want to do like we did in the first half. But if we got to outscore them, then we got to make sure we're scoring every time.
First down and 10 for Spirit Lake at the 42-yard line of their own territory. Here's a snap from Jensen. Hands it off to the left side. The Bulldogs there to bring them down. And a fumble.
Strip.
The Dogs have it. The Dogs do. What a huge play for Algona. Wow.
That was Carson Devine all the way. Made the tackle, made the strip, recovered the fumble. He just attacked that football. That was an excellent defensive play. That's huge. Dogs take over in the 44-yard line, 43-yard line, and Spirit Lake side. Get this thing going, fellas.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line here for the Bulldogs with 5:41 left in the third quarter play. It's 18-10. The Bulldogs lead at home. Looking to make history on a huge night here of district play against the Indians of Spirit Lake. As we see Matt Grind bring the play in here, a receiver, actually two receivers on the right. As Grind in the shotgun formation takes the snap here. It's a handoff up the middle there, no gain it looks like. I believe that was Durant who got the ball.
Yeah, they're taking away our between the tackles now, so they're daring us to hit them somewhere else. And maybe they're just guessing pretty well. They got a good feel for what we're doing, so we've got to change things up a little bit, get a little different wrinkle in there.
So now second down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Now two receivers on the left. They have Holmes and Wagner, two people to watch out for there on the left side, and two receivers on the right as well. Ryan takes the snap now. Looks to his left side, maybe looking for a middle pass. Does on the right side, though. Incomplete pass there. Skylar Groen couldn't hang on.
Boy, if you're a Bulldog, you say he got their hair early. If you're saying Spirit Lake, he timed it perfectly. But, yeah, that was a good defensive play right there. Jarred the ball loose. They're on to Skylar on that one. So now what you got to do is you do a little double move on that. You do a little pump and go, and he is going to the end zone.
Third down, 10 to go for the Bulldogs. A huge drive here after a turnover by the Dogs as they get a fumble off of Spirit Lake. Two receivers on the left, one on the right. Grind takes the snap, looks to his right side. It's a screen play to Wyatt Wagner, who's going to be met there, but breaks a tackle, gets up to about the 40-yard line, so it gets a gain, but still that brings up fourth down.
Yeah, a little slip screen there, and Looks like we're going to try and play the field position game here. Get a punt down there and try and pin them deep and make them go a long ways. That's a good idea. We got 4:42 on the clock. They're going to hopefully be deep in kind of the soft end of the field there, that west end. That's probably a pretty smart play here by the Dogs.
4th down, 7 to go. Bulldogs are going to punt this one away. Holmes ready to take the snap here. He does. Angles that punt over to the right side of the field as that ball is going to go down at about, it's going to be about at the 1.
Oh, it would have been, but we were in the end zone when we touched it. I don't know if we needed to touch it.
The thought, the thought process there by the Bulldogs, you got to like it. You see where they're coming from, but they were in the end zone when they touched it, so it will be a touchback. But nonetheless, a good effort there by the Bulldogs on that punt. A booming punt by Spencer Holmes.
Oh, that was about 6 inches away from being doomsday for Spirit Lake's offense, being really tight to the end zone. Nonetheless, they get out the 20-yard line. That's still an 80-yard field. Make them work for it.
4:16 left in the third quarter. Play receiver on both sides here for Connor Jensen and the Indians as Jensen looks to pass this one here. Looks to his left side, has some pressure from Algona. Going to scramble here to get rid of the ball. He does throw it out barely. It goes out of bounds, incomplete pass. Great pressure there by the Dogs.
That was. Initially, we didn't have much there. He had time to look around, so that tells you it's great coverage in the second end. And then when he started moving around a little bit, then guys started breaking free and getting through for some pressure. Garrett Schmidt finished it off with great pressure there, forcing him to throw it really early.
2nd down here, 10 to go at the 20-yard line of their own territory. Dogs brought a lot of pressure there on 1st down. We'll see what happens here on 2nd down as the Indians have 2 receivers, actually 3 on the left, 1 on the right. Here's the snap for Jensen. Jensen looks to give it off, and he does to the left side here. It's a run to left and brought down quickly. A flag comes out here. We'll see what they call. Could be on Algona.
Oh, that's backing up. I'm pretty sure that's holding on the spot. Move them back.
It is holding.
So it'll be 10 yards from the spot, which will put it back. I didn't see where they finished it, but it'll be 2nd and 12-ish. Yeah, trying to figure out where the ball stopped or where the holding was. It'll be 10 yards from there.
The referee's now marking the spot here. We'll tell you where they land. So that's down and around.
All right, so look about 2nd and 17-ish.
2nd and 17.
Scoreboard says 18. I struggle with numbers, so
from their own
cut
12.
me some break.
It's all good. I know how that goes, Coach. I know how that goes. Receiver on the right, 2 on the left. You can count that tight end there on the edge. Jensen looks to take the snap. Here it is. He looks to his left, now back over, and now a right side play. Could be picked off. Oh, just off the hands there. Algona almost had a pick, but just off the hands.
Samonte had him covered amazingly well. In fact, he was covered so well the receiver gave up on the ball. Samonte was the only guy that was there just off the fingertips.
Kind of reminiscent there of the play where Spirit Lake got their interception on Matt Grind here earlier. Just that time, overthrown instead of underthrown.
Yep.
3rd down and long to go, 18 yards for Spirit Lake. A receiver on both sides, actually 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Here's Jensen's play. He looks over to his left with pressure up the right side. He gets the play off to the left side as that receiver will bring it out of bounds here. We'll see where they mark him as that was Gavin Harms on the reception for Spirit Lake.
Nice job of Skylar Groen coming from a long ways away to make that play. It looks like they stopped him about, what do we got here, about 7 yards short, 4th and 7, deep in their own territory. You don't dare try and go for this one. Get somebody back, Dogs. Get somebody back.
Let's see here.
Get somebody back.
They do punt this one away. It's a high punt over to the right side. It goes at the middle of the field. Down at around, they're going to mark it here. Be about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's just one. That's tough. You want to get somebody back there. You want to set up your punt return, but Spirit Lake goes so fast. They go right from 4th down to 4th and 7. We're punting. And as soon as the refs put the ball in play, they're snapping it. So if you don't have everybody on the same page right away, you're going out there to run defense. You don't have your return guy back there.
Well, it's one of those things, too. Algona gets a punt return for a touchdown. If you have a situation where you get somebody back there, you can create some magic like you did earlier in the game as well. As the Bulldogs, again, they're going to start this ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 in their own territory. The Dogs have a receiver on the left side. Grind with a man in motion, takes a snap. He's going to hand it up the middle, though, here this time. I do believe that's Durant on the carry
Yep.
for a minimal gain.
Dogs are determined to pound the middle, kind of keep those guys in the box, and when they really need to bust one out to the perimeter, they can. Good hard run by Jacob. Got a good strong 2, maybe 3 yards on that thing.
So again, at the 35-yard line is where that ball will be spotted. 2:44 left in the third quarter of play. 18-10, the Bulldogs lead at home over Spirit Lake. 2nd and 7 to go. Bulldogs with the receiver on both sides. 2 on the left, actually, with a man in motion now. Here's the play. It's a handoff that time. It goes for a few yards on the right side. And that's Wyatt Wagner with the run.
Yeah, just ran a little jet sweep with Wyatt out there, and they cut him down at the ankles. Still got a good gain. Got about a 3-yard gain, so we're looking at third and, what do we got there, 3rd and 4?
Yeah, they're going to call 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 at the 39-yard line of their own territory. The Bulldogs, let's see what they come up with here on 3rd down.
Well, we got them spread out here a little bit. We got a wide twins on both sides. Kind of setting them up for maybe a middle screen.
Ryan takes a snap. It's a handoff off the middle there. Throw cut to the right side for, wow, for Jacob Durant as he's still on his feet past the 30. Brought down to around the 20-yard line. Flag comes off the ref's belt there. We'll see what they're going to call. But what a run as it stands right now for Jacob Durant.
That was a good run. That was a big changing play right there, getting us a first down regardless of the block in the back. We still got the first down. I don't know, when there's a hand on the face mask and your helmet turns, I don't know how to call that. Oofta. Well, we complimented him on the punt return of not getting blocks in the back, and now we just kind of bit ourselves in the foot on that one. I don't know if that block would have done anything on the play. Regardless, we got the first down, Vandy. We got the ball on Spirit Lake's side of the field.
So now again,
Spirit Lake's 42-yard line.
Or pardon me, first down, Bulldogs. My mistake there. First down for the Bulldogs. 10 to go at the 42-yard line.
Oofta.
Let's see here as the Bulldogs waiting for a play to come in here. Here it comes as they have a receiver on the left side. That's Spencer Holmes. Here's the snap for Grind. It's a handoff to Durant on the left side. He's going to get a little gain there. Not much, though, for the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, we're setting Holmes up for a little sluggo, a slant and go, because that guy is guarding him tight when he comes on the route. We'll set him up with a little stop route once, and then he'll start biting on that, and then we'll get him on that sluggo for a big play.
2nd and 8 to go at the 40-yard line, entering Spirit Lake territory. The Bulldogs now looking for a play here from the sideline with 2 receivers on the right and on the left here.
Yeah, we got 1 minute left in the third quarter. I don't know if we talk clock for a while.
Here comes a snap from Grind. Grind looking to his right, looks in the middle area for Wyatt Wagner. He's deep and he gets the catch. He's to the end zone. Touchdown, Wyatt Wagner.
There was the 4 vertical route, and that time Wyatt's had a couple slip through his fingers the last couple games. That time he hauled her in for a beautiful pitch and catch. Oh, great job being an athlete out there making a play on that ball. Grind put it up there, gave him a chance to make the play, and he did it.
What a deep pass there for Wyatt Wagner from, of course, Matt Grind. Wow, a big play there as the Bulldogs getting that lead up here in the second half of play. Holmes is going to go for, we're dealing with an animal issue up here.
Well, nice job here by the Bulldogs. They moved the ball over to the right hash. They're out of that mud, so give them a little bit better footing on here, hopefully to kick this thing through.
Here comes a snap for Holmes. Holmes' PAT is up, and that one is off the bar there. That's going to be no good. But as it stands, folks, 24-10, the Bulldogs lead at home. Back in 1 minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Those are going to haunt us.
Yeah, that's 4 touchdowns. That's 28-10 it should be right now.
That's the Wilson jinx, because the last couple games we talked about him 7 for 7 in PATs and stuff like that. That's a Brian Wilson jinx right there.
Oh, man. That was awesome.
We keep it in session number.
What a pass.
That was.
Seriously, that was beautiful.
I don't know. I don't like the fact that we're getting points. Oh, I know that. It's like
Back here on Hometown Radio, KLJ with more Bulldog football. They lead tonight at home right now as it stands with 50 seconds left in the third quarter. 24-10, the Bulldogs up at home looking to make history tonight as they gear up for this kickoff here. Spencer Holmes on the kick. This ball's a squib kick onto the left side of the field. That'll be received there by Spirit Lake. They're going to bring it past, looks like the 30-yard line. Man, still running here. I'm surprised about that. I thought it was out of bounds, but bringing it down about the 40-yard line, maybe a little bit short of it. We'll see if they mark them.
Yeah, defense is playing well right now. They got to keep doing it. Corners are playing a little bit better. You got to watch for the double move. That's always got to be in the back of your mind. You got to play good, solid defense out there. Be starting the fourth quarter here in about 45 seconds.
First down and 10 for Spirit Lake at the 39-yard line. 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Bulldogs lead at home. Pass over to the left side for Jensen, who gets it off barely, and a run up the middle now. And a big gain for Spirit Lake. They get that ball past the first down mark. And it could be a late hit on the Bulldogs as the flag comes out. Spirit Lake looked for it here. We'll see what the call is, but it did indeed look like a late hit for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, somebody piling on there a little bit late or something. I'm not sure what it was, but you can't do that. You can't give them the free yards. You saw how dangerous it was when they gave us the free yards.
So Algona now unsportsmanlike penalty going to go against them. That's not what we want to do right now. All that momentum you get from a big score there, and you're up at home against a team that, again, they have one loss in the district this year, and overall in play, you don't want to give them this kind of momentum, and it really is momentum when you have a penalty like this.
Yeah, and you got to adjust the way the officiating is being called. That's the third one called, or maybe fourth one called in this game. You got to realize they're looking for that. They're watching for it, so you got to mind your P's and Q's a little bit better than that.
Receiver on both sides here. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left side. Big pass down the left side. It's broken up there. Good defense by Algona to break up that pass. What a dangerous play that could have been.
Nice job by Cecil coming back and closing back, getting his arm in there and attacking the football. He wasn't doing that at the beginning of the year, so that tells you he's getting more comfortable with his job out there. Came back and got the hand inside it and defended that pass nicely.
Second down and 10 to go, 34-yard line. The Indians are in the territory of the Bulldogs, looking to get a score here as they are down 24-10 with 29 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Two receivers on the right, one on the left. Jensen takes the snap, hands it off to the right side, actually keeps the ball, and is going to be met by defenders there from Algona. Fake me, but doesn't fake the defense up the middle. A nice job there by the Bulldogs to only allow a minimal gain of a yard.
Yeah, absolutely, and they tatered him pretty good. They got a good shot on him.
If you're the coach for Spirit Lake, you don't like seeing your quarterback get hit like that,
No,
but that's what's going to happen
one.
with those kinds of plays.
Not that one. Looks like they're going to take this into the fourth quarter, so we're going in the fourth quarter, 24-10.
We'll take it with them here. We're going to go to break right now. Back in 1 minute with the fourth and final quarter of play. Again, 28-10 the score on Hometown Radio. The Bulldogs lead on KLGA.
Stand, hot dogs, brats, pork burgers, and taco in a bag. You're the winner of the end of the third quarter yard line contest. You're at the 33-yard line.
Quarter play right now with the Indians having the ball. Third down, about 8 to go. Receiver on the left, 2 on the right, actually 3 on the right. We'll see what they're trying to do here. Could be similar to what they've run here in the past. As it looks false start. Yes, it is. A big false start play there on the Indians. That's going to be big for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Dogs will back them up here to third and third and 14, 13, 14, somewhere in there. So That changes things just a little bit. You're in 4-down territory if you're Spirit Lake, so you're thinking, all right, I need to get some yards, or I got to take 2 big shots at the end zone. Regardless, defense, you don't change your mindset. You just play your job as well as you can.
Their defense has seen what the Bulldogs actually. I'll pose this question after this down here, Coach, but a receiver on the left, 2 on the right. Jensen takes the snap now, looks to his left side, now back to his left, now back to the right, gets the pass off. Could be a little bit short, could be intercepted, no! Receiver and the defender fall down, no flags come out. We're at 4th down, and the question is, you're down here by a couple of scores, Coach. Do you go for it if you're the Indians with all this time still to go in the 4th quarter?
Oh, absolutely. You saw how explosive Algona is. Nice job by Andrew Hamilton there, getting some pressure on him, caused the ball to come out a little wobbly there, and being able to make a play on it. But, yeah, this is big here.
Receiver on the left side, Jensen up to take the snap, man in motion. That's Stein. Stein goes to the left
on the
side.
wheel route.
Jensen looks to his left to Stein. He's going to get the catch and a first down. We could have called that out perfectly, Coach, as Stein has been a huge dividend for Spirit Lake here this evening on the catch.
Yeah, that was just a good play by those guys, taking him across the formation, so now we're trying to run man-to-man with a state sprinter. That's a tough battle.
First down and 10 for the Indians at the 21-yard line. They are marching towards the end zone with 11:40 to go in this final quarter of play. It's a handoff. No, it's a keeper, and the Bulldogs get a sack. They tried to fool the defense. They got me for a second, but the Bulldogs get the sack nonetheless.
Did not get Cole Lewis whatsoever. He saw the quarterback pull that and just kept on crashing down there. Great play, great read by Cole Lewis.
That's a play that I think many of the fans here at the stadium have been looking for all night long when they do that read option play. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left for a quick pass. Doesn't go now, goes finally. It's almost intercepted, but it's incomplete instead. But that's still huge for the Bulldogs as we now go to 3rd down.
That was good team defense there. The corner read the route. He read the double move, did not bite on it that time. Wyatt came over the top. They converged on the ball, and they could not make, or Spirit Lake could not catch that thing.
3rd down. 13 to go at the 24-yard line. A crucial 3rd down for both squads here. As again, Algona leads 24-10, 11-10 left to go here in this final quarter of play. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Jensen looks quickly to the left, gets that pass completed. Now they're going to try and meet him there, and a flag comes out as the receiver goes out of bounds. It is a face mask penalty is what it looks to be. We'll see what the refs call there.
Yeah, that's a big-time face mask. They just ran a stop route on that. We're concerned about the deep route, which, make them earn it. Don't give it to them easy. But, yeah, came up, tackled too high.
So the Bulldogs now really got to bring that defense here as the Indians are nearing the end zone, trying to put up a score, a much-needed score here, as they are down by 2 scores in the 4th quarter of play. So we'll see where they're going to mark this ball here after the penalty comes out.
Oh. Yep, just too high on that tackle. We're up around the helmet. Anytime you're trying to tackle up around the helmet, bad things are going to happen.
So they're going to mark it down, it sounds like, at the 8-yard line. We'll see where they say. Yes, down at the 8. First down. 8 yards to go.
Well, you got to keep an eye where 22 Stein is. He's out here wide.
Yep, 2 receivers on the right. Stein is one of them. Crucial player here this evening for Spirit Lake. Jensen has a man in motion. He takes the snap. Fakes. Does hand it off to the left side as the Bulldogs going to be there quickly to meet him there. A good job defensively to stop the run from going anywhere. Only maybe a yard, if that, gain.
Yeah, somebody came up and made him change directions. That's exactly what you want to do in that speed play. You want to make him change directions. A little slippery out there. Granted, the guy that came up, I think maybe Gavin Mintz came up and made him turn it back in, and both guys slipped. But anytime you make offense change directions, you got to like your defensive chances.
3 receivers on the right side of the play. 1 left of Jensen. Jensen takes a snap, looks to his right side. Tries to get the pass off. He gets a completion. Was it in the end zone?
Yeah.
They say it was. Touchdown for Spirit Lake. What a play there.
I tell you what, Cole Lewis has got a motor that doesn't quit.
He's got to put down.
Cole has got to put his jersey back on. It's getting ripped off him so bad.
We do have a man down for Algona.
Is that Samonte?
That is
Cole,
Monte
Monte. Cole put a ton of pressure on him, and his jersey's getting yanked off his shoulder pads, and yet they're still not calling holding plays. But Nonetheless, they made a nice play there. Dogs up by 8. So you got to believe Spirit Lake's going to kick the extra point, especially fourth quarter.
And of course, plenty of time for them. You would expect no onside kick from Spirit Lake, though who knows what's going to happen. It's been a wild game so far this evening here. The first half really going the way of the Bulldogs. And, I mean, even the second half of play, the Bulldogs have so far controlled things. Yes, this score has happened. But, again, the Bulldogs still leading at home right now. Scored 24-16 as the Indians looking to get a PAT attempt here. We'll see
Yeah,
what
Samonte
happens.
came running off the field there, so he just cramped up a little bit. Not sure how you cramp in this weather, but he cramped up a little bit.
As Spirit Lake now lines up for the point after. Here comes a snap. It's on the way, and that one is good as well. So after that, it's 24-17. We'll be back 1 minute as Algona leads on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Return for the Bulldogs, number 4, Wyatt Wagner. Number 35, Monte Boston.
Back here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, as we are in the final quarter of play. The Bulldogs lead 24-17, up by a score with 10:24 left to go in the final quarter of play. They're going to get the ball right now after the Indians scored a touchdown here. Here comes the kick. It's a squib to the left side. We'll see what happens. Did the Bulldogs receive? Oh, man, that was a rough kick there, but the Bulldogs get out of that situation as the Bulldogs will have the ball at around the 40-yard line here.
Yeah, that's kind of scary there. They just kind of kick it over our front line right off to the side there. You're used to this guy with a big foot kicking it deep, and they probably do not want Samonte or Wyatt touching the football there. So credit them for a good little play there, but credit the Dogs for fielding it. 39-yard line. Time to score some points.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. A receiver on the right, one on the left. The Bulldogs will start this drive here as Grind will take the snap with the man in motion. That's Wyatt Wagner. It is a handoff, though, up the middle. And that's Jacob Durant, who has that carry. We'll see if they even give him a yard on that play, and they do. They'll give him a yard at most on that carry.
Yep, just a good, solid, hard-nosed run. They are really stopping Durant right now, daring us to beat him somewhere else. Almost daring us to throw the football.
If you're the Dogs, you're looking at chopping up some time, but you're also looking to, of course, get near the end zone, have a scoring opportunity here, and give no time to the Indians. But plenty of time still to go as two receivers on the left and right. Grind takes a snap, hands it off to Durant. He goes up the middle here. He has room to run as he goes to the 45-yard line. Gets tackled down at around, they're going to say the 43. A huge burst for the Bulldogs with Durant.
Yeah, that was a nice play there. That's just a trap play right up the middle. That's a designed run, so Durant has a little more head of a steam going forward rather than a read play trying to figure out if he's gotten the football or not. So, yeah, that was a good play right up the gut. Moved it into Spirit Lake territory, now on their 44-yard line. And you're right, Vandy, there's a lot of time. There's 9:30 left on the clock, so you can't get too conservative here. You still got to kind of do what you do. But
jump clock, gain yards. That's the big thing for the Dogs right now. A receiver on both sides.
And points would be huge in this situation.
Grind, he's going to take the snap now. Looks to hand it off there to Durant on the right side. Durant finds some room. Slips up, though. We talked about how the surface is, and it proves right there how just sketch-tacular it is right now as Durant falls.
Yeah, a little slippery out there. But, the clock's running. Gained a yard. No negative plays.
2nd and 8.
I like our chances as long as we can maintain the positive plays. Stay away from the 0 and the negatives.
2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line of Spirit Lake. So they are entering territory here that they are very familiar with tonight. Twins formation as here's a snap from Grind. Grind looks to his left side, has a big pass in mind to Wagner. Wagner falls down, ball goes incomplete. Fans don't like the call. I think that was just over the head. I don't think it was catchable there, Coach.
Yeah, that was quarterback and receiver not quite on the same page. Wyatt kind of broke that route off to the inside, and quarterback thought he was running straight down the fade, so not quite on the same page there.
If they make it work, that's something that the Bulldogs and the fans alike really love to see there. As we saw the receivers get all that yardage, when you see a big pass, you have a lot of hope. But to no avail here. It's 3rd down and 8. One of the bad things about that play, too, Coach, it stops the clock.
It did stop the clock. But you know what? There's still a lot of game left. You can't take away your offense just to manage 8.5 minutes on the clock.
3rd and 8 at the 42-yard line. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Grind has a fumbled snap. Tries to get rid of it there as it's a screen play, and he gets a completion nonetheless there, but it's going to be short of the first. Great job, though, not taking a sack, Matt Grind.
That is an athlete making a play. Yeah, he didn't field the snap cleanly the first time or the second time, and so he finally picked it up and all kinds of pressure in his face and still managed to find an open receiver. So, yeah, the nice thing about that, too, is now the clock still goes on that. So Bulldogs have to punt it from the 40-yard line here.
About
Taking
8
plenty of
minutes to
time.
go. Holmes going to take this punt snap. That's Spencer Newman back to return for the Indians. Here's this punt from Holmes. It's a boomer
punt.
down to the right side as Newman takes the ball. He's going to be met immediately there at the 10-yard line. A great job punting-wise by Holmes, and a great job by those taking care of business to stop any big return from happening.
Oh, absolutely good team coverage right there because we corralled him. He had nowhere to go. He tried to take on what he thought was one guy he could run through, and that just wasn't happening. I wish I could give that guy credit. So if you're watching this, replay it. Tell me who that was, will you?
Folks, this is the crucial defensive side, stand for the Bulldogs as we enter this first down play for the Indians. Jensen takes a snap, looks to his left, tries to get a pass off. He does. That is Joe Stein, who's met by the defender but breaks the tackle. He goes out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark him, but it does look like it could be short of the first down there. The Bulldogs brought some pressure, though.
Yeah. Cole Lewis is getting awful tired of getting held. But, Carson Devine's probably one of our better open field tacklers. That just tells you how fast that kid was. He was able to make Carson miss. But, the defense was there to credit the defense for being there. Keep it to a short game.
2nd and 6, 2 receivers on the left side. Jensen looks for a quick pass. That time could not get the pass to Newman. They like that play. It's worked effectively all night long, but that to no avail as we now go to 3rd down.
Yep, this is a big play here. They're not going to risk it if we can get a stop here. We need to get the stop, so they got to punt.
This is where those goosebumps, start to go in your body a little bit, Coach. It's 3rd down and 6, a crucial 3rd down for both teams here in the final quarter of play. 7:32.
Crowd is getting loud.
24-17, the Dogs lead at home. They need to get a huge stop here. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Jensen takes a snap, goes to his left, tries to get a pass off. It's over the head, it's incomplete. Big job done there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was good defense. He sensed the pressure coming inside. Skyler growing red hot, and he just took an alley right at him, and he had to throw the thing quicker than he wanted to and overshot him. So, yeah, big series by the Dogs.
What a
now you're able to
stand.
set up and punt return.
As they do have a man back, Wyatt Wagner back to receive this punt. It's a squib over to the left side, going to go past the 50 marker. Coach Jacobson says just stay away from it. Do not touch. We don't want to risk anything there. Nice job there by the Bulldogs. Getting the ball back. The defense did their job so well on that drive there. As now the Indians, the pressure on them defensively as we gear up for a huge first down for the Bulldogs with 7:19 left in the quarter and in the game. They're at their own 42-yard line, up 24-17 if you're just joining us here on Hometown Radio KLGA.
Hey, thank you to the avid listener out there. Told us Cole Johnson, number 80, is the one that took care of that punt return. Big play. Forced them to go a long field. We got the 3 and out.
Receiver on the right. Brian takes the handoff. It's a middle handoff to Wagner, who got a huge run. It gets past the midfield down to about, let's see what they're going to mark him. They're going to say about the 43.
I was with you, Vandy. They had me faked out on that thing. I was going 2 different directions, and the third direction had the football. Wyatt cutting it up the middle of the field. Got a big first down there. Ball's over in Spear Lake side at the 43. 7 minutes left on the clock. It'll start up here as soon as they put the ball in play.
Chomping yards and getting the clock chomped as well. 2 receivers on the right and left. Twin formation here for the Bulldogs. Grind looking to take the snap. First down at the 43-yard line. Hand off to Durant up the middle, who gets a nice chunk of yardage as well. And the clock still ticks.
Spirit Lake's doing a great job. Their linebackers are getting crazy low on Durant. They know how hard he runs. They know what force he brings with the shoulder pads, so they're tackling him really low. He's getting yards after contact, a couple, but not much.
So now second down, 9 to go, 42-yard line here. We'll see what the Dogs have in store here on second down as they look for the play call. A couple receivers on the left, or actually one receiver on the left here. We've seen this formation before. We'll see if they have a man in motion. No, they do not. It's a carry up the middle, though, for Durant and the Bulldogs, who's going to get, Durant with a nice gain there up the middle.
Yeah, same thing. Again, that linebacker's just spying Durant, number 16. He's doing a nice job out there. Kyler Dunn doing a great job of spying Durant. Wherever Durant goes, there he is. So the Dogs are like 3rd and 8 here. If we get a first down, you like our chances. If we don't, we got to give it back to them.
Big 3rd down and 8 to go at the 41-yard line. The Bulldogs have a crucial 3rd down ahead of them. 2 receivers on both sides.
Got to hustle up a little bit. We got 5 on the play clock.
5 on the play clock, as you said, Coach. Here comes the snap to Grind to get it off in time. Pressure from the defense. Grind's on his feet, trying to find something to go. Get the pass off. It's incomplete. Almost got a catch, though. Good thinking on his feet for Grind. Just couldn't make the play happen. It's 4th down now, and the punt situation is on the way.
Yeah, I've got a punter again. Nice job by Grind buying some extra time out there, and that's tough. It's really hard for the quarterback and the receiver to be on the same page, especially when you got a slick field outlay like we got out here now.
Especially on the side the Bulldogs are running on, for Grind to stay on his feet with this surface. I tell you what, great job there for the quarterback. 4th down, punting situation comes as Newman's back to receive this punt for the Indians. As this one goes, looks to be down at around the 1.
There we
and
go.
It is. That's the punt we wanted to see earlier here in the game. That ball is going to be right in the territory the Indians do not want it.
Yeah, absolutely great play by Cole Johnson, hustling down there, down on the ball at the 1-yard line. Excellent punt by Holmes there. Put some top spin on it, got it to roll soft, and Johnson made the play.
There's an old, I think, 80s song. It's called The Heat Is On. And I think that's what's going on if you're the Indians right now. The pressure and the fire's mounting from the Bulldogs right now.
Well, if you remember, they started on their own 1 or 2 yard line early on in the game and threw a one-on-one route over
Unique
here.
Formation here,
matchup.
4 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left, as Jensen looks to quickly pass that one. It's tipped, and it's almost intercepted, but they do get the catch. Oh, my gosh, what a battle there to get that ball. I believe that's Joe Stein. We'll see what they say. It's either Stein or Newman. That was Newman who got the catch, but that ball was tipped up forever, it seemed.
And that was a nice job by Cecil coming up, trying to make a play on it. That's one of those things where young guys out there, you don't get a pass interference on a tip ball. You get to go fight for that ball.
5:01 left to go, folks. Here's a snap from Jensen. He looks to his left side, quick pass to Stein. He gets a completion for the first down and then some, but the Bulldogs still don't have him on his back yet. They do get the call for the play to be dead. So that's a first down and then some with 4:48 left to go. Both squads with all 3 timeouts left to go as the Indians now have a first down at the 20-yard line. They started this drive at their own 1. 2 receivers on the left for Jensen. Jensen with a man in motion. He has a play here. He has a possible sack, but he gets the ball off instead for a big gain. Oh, well, the player goes down and the ref goes down with him out of bounds. But Skylar Groen doing a good job there.
Actually, great pressure, too, by Matt Hamilton, or Andrew Hamilton, getting up there and making a play and forcing the quarterback to throw it quick. Skylar Groen coming off and making a tackle. Good play.
4:38 left in this game here, folks. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Jensen going to take the snap here. He looks to his left. Now to his receiver who has the reception. As they do get a catch here, still not past the first down as he actually gets driven back before he can make any substantial gain there. We'll see who they say is on that recovery, but that was Spencer Newman on the reception, but a great job by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice job making the tackle short of the first down there, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 2 here, big play for the Dogs.
3rd and 2.
Holding on Skylar Groen.
And he's going to get past midfield, brought down to around the 45-yard line. Possible calls missed there, I will agree with you, Coach. But
yeah.
still, nonetheless, what the big story is out of that play, a big game for the Indians, as now we have 4 minutes left to go exact
A
on
lot
this
of
game.
football left.
They're down by a score. The Indians down 24-17. They need to score here to stay alive in this game. 3 receivers on the right side. Jensen takes the snap now, looks quickly to his left side. Gonna meet him there. Samante did a great job not allowing Joe Stein to get that catch. A nice job of the Bulldogs. That play has kind of been ineffective over the last couple of series we've seen, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, you got to believe they're setting up a double move on that thing, too, trying to get us to bite on the pump fake if our eyes are in the backfield. So we just got to do our job out there defensively.
So now second down, 10 to go at the 46-yard line of their own territory. Or of actually Bulldog territory, pardon me. It's a handoff out to the left side, but again, the Bulldogs have Skylar Grown there to knock him out of bounds before any gain can be made.
They're begging for a hit out of bounds there, but I'm thinking they were totally hit inbounds, and they just drug them out. So, yeah, good no call out there. Credit the official out there for not being talked into one, because there's a lot of people in his ear chirping about that. Good job by Skylar Grown getting out there and making a play.
3rd and 13 with 3:50 left to go in this quarter. 49-yard lines where the ball is spotted. It's a crucial third down for both squads. A receiver on both sides of the ball, 2 on the right and on the left as well. As Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left, now to the middle. He looks for a big pass play. It's incomplete. It's short. No interference call.
Nice job.
Nothing there. It's incomplete.
Nice defense by Cole Johnson out there running with him, and he's not impeding him or anything. He is just out there running with him, saying, okay, go get the ball, buddy.
4th down and 13 to go at the 49-yard line. If you're the Bulldogs, this is a must-stop situation. The Bulldogs need to stop and need to chop some time if they get this ball back on offense, folks. What a crucial 4th down we are in store for, as we have 2 receivers on the right.
4th and long here. We need Mintz and we need Johnson to get in there and put some pressure, because they need a little time to get deep routes.
Twins set here. Jensen with the snap. He looks to his left, now in the middle. It could be. Oh, they're going to get the pass completed there. It was fought for down to the 15. No flags have come out. Jensen looks to be a little shaken up, though, on that pass. We'll see what happens with him, but as it stands, the Indians get a huge pass completion there. Both sides kind of looking for flags, but
yeah,
we got a first down.
Doing a good job of letting them play.
1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line. This is huge for both teams yet again. 1st and 15 yards to go. Man in motion. Jensen hands it off. Actually going to keep it this time. And they hang on there as he gets a gain, but no more yards allowed there. Good job by that front core not to allow Jensen any more yards.
Yeah, it's Garrett Schmidt coming up and making a good solid tackle. And right now the defense just got to get dialed in and focused. Don't get anything crazy out here. Start reading around. Let them move around, do their stuff.
3:13 left to go. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. We've seen this formation before in the game as they look to the left here. A big quick pass to Stein. He gets the completion short of the end zone. He's going to be, it looks like, a yard short. This is a huge not fourth down. This is a huge situation for the Dogs.
1st and goal here. They are really tight to the end zone here.
1st and goal. 1 to go for Spirit Lake. The Bulldogs got to bring some pressure here. Receiver on both sides. Jensen, I was going to say it's a fumble snap, but actually the whistles get blown. It looks like the call going to go against
on defense.
Yeah, and it does indeed go against Algona. So we're at 1st and 1 regardless of that call.
Yeah, 1st and 2 feet just went to 1st and 1 foot. It's too bad because they put the snap on the ground, so I'm going to give us an opportunity to do something.
1st and goal here. The Dogs looking to bring the pressure. Jensen hands it up the middle. It's a touchdown. Yes, it is. That's a touchdown as Gavin Harms brings that ball into the end zone. Right now, it's going to come down to the next point here. 2:55 left to go in the game. 24-23. The Bulldogs now await an extra point attempt from Spirit Lake.
Yeah, I tell you what, you got to talk to your defense here and say, hey, this is a play. This is not them kicking, because you do not want to give up a 2-pointer here. You got to think Spirit Lake thinks, you know what, maybe we got to try and win this thing right now.
It will be an extra point attempt here for Spirit Lake. They're going for 1. Try and tie this ball game up with Minimal time left. Here's the snap. It's up. It's on the way. And that one
pretty easy.
is good. We have a tie ball game, folks. 2:55 left to go. Do not touch that radio dial. We'll be back in 1 minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Picking up for the Indians, number 43, Ben Steffen. Deep for the Bulldogs, number 4 is Ryan Wagner, and number 35, Monte Bob.
Back here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. Final quarter of play, 2:55 left to go in this game. The Bulldogs are tied up with Spirit Lake after a huge touchdown score for Spirit Lake.
Right now, if you're the Dogs, you got to be ready for anything. They've pooched them. They've kicked them deep. Just got to play sound, fundamental return.
And this kick will go to the left side here towards Wyatt Wagner. He's going to let it go out of bounds. It looks like, yes, he'll cover it up here to not allow anything from happening. So the Bulldogs are going to start deep in their own territory. But as we've said, Mike, they're used to that, and they have done a great job tonight so far of getting out of their own territory.
Yeah, and they're not. You watch the body language; they're no different than they've been the entire season. They're not panicking. They're not pressing right now. That's one of those where the soft field has really helped the kicking game, both for our punting and for their kickoffs there. When the ball hits the ground, it just kind of takes all the spin right out of it, so it just kind of dies. That one should have been out of bounds on a normal turf, but the soft field kept it in.
1st and 10 to go for the Bulldogs at their own 17-yard line. A receiver on the left side here. Grine gearing up to take the snap, man in motion. That's a handoff now, I do believe, to Skylar Groen, who brings it up the left side. Has a huge gain there for the Bulldogs. He's going to be maybe short of the first. No, he's going to get that first down. He does get it by a mile, they say. So a great job there, a nice run, a nice counter play there for the Bulldogs as they start off this possession with a big first down.
Yeah, a little jet sweep here to the wide side. Brought Mason Durant out in front to be a lead blocker there, and Holmes out there with a nice perimeter block. Good play, good first down play.
First down and 10 to go at their own 31-yard line now with 2:34 left to go in this game. Receiver on the right. It's a handoff this time. We'll see who they gave it to. I do believe that's Durant on the carry on the right side. Actually, it's not at Durant.
No, that was Wyatt Wagner, a little counter play. Mike, they missed a face mask on that one.
Second down there, nonetheless, with 8 to go at the 33-yard line. 2:14 left to go in this game. Both teams have all timeouts, I do believe. Yes, they have all 3 timeouts left in this game, so that could be crucial as well for both teams here as we are in the final quarter to play. Tie ball game, folks, if you're just joining us here. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, twins formation for the Bulldogs. Grine going to take the snap now, looks to his right side, gets a pass over. That's caught by Spencer Holmes up to midfield just about. That is a huge play for the Bulldogs.
Oh, that ball is behind Spencer, and that is an athlete contorting his body, turning around, snagging it out of midair, getting a huge first down. 1:47 on the clock. The clock will start once they get the chain set, so Bulldogs got to play a little bit of hurry-up ball here. Clock is rolling.
2 on the right, 1 on the left for receivers. Grine in shotgun formation. He takes the snap now, hands it off to Durant on the middle, who gets a huge gain and breaks a tackle just about short of the first. Maybe they'll give it to him. He's at that marker.
Hustle up, Dogs. Hustle up.
We'll see what they say.
Hustle up.
You got to hustle, as Coach is saying here. 2nd and just inches to go for the Bulldogs here.
1:20 on the clock. Still got all 3 timeouts. Got plenty of time to manage.
2 receivers on both sides yet again. This is a huge possession for the Bulldogs, trying to win this game. It's a handoff to Durant again up the middle. This time he's going to get the first down, and they will bring him down quickly thereafter as he gets a gain of maybe 2 or 3 on that carry.
Nice job of playing a little bit of hurry up there, but not losing your composure. Linemen, you can see them getting up there. They're not panicking at all, just catching the breath right now, getting ready to run the next play. 1:08 on the clock. 3 timeouts. Dogs are tied up with Spirit Lake.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. 2 receivers. Again, it's the same formation as we said, folks. This time, though, on the right is a running back for Grind. Grind takes the snap, looks to his left. A little bit of pressure, going to pass this ball deep to Wyatt Wagner. Oh, it's off just barely over the head there of Wagner. Could have been a big play, could have been a touchdown, but it's all coulda, woulda, and shoulda right now as we enter second down.
2nd and 10. Well, at least the incomplete pass stops the clock. We have 59 seconds on the clock.
Save some timeouts there. You got all 3, but it's nice to have them in your back pocket when you're in this kind of situation, Coach.
And if you're the Dogs, you got to think you need about 25 yards before you're comfortable kicking a field goal. But I don't think they're thinking field goal right now.
They're
thinking
touchdown.
TD.
Yes, sirree. 2nd down and 10 to go at the 40-yard line. 59 seconds left to go in this game. Same formation with Twins. Grind looks to his left, has all the time. He gets it to Holmes for a big first down, they do say.
First down. There you go, there you go, there you go. So now we're inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 54 seconds. That only took 5 off the clock.
If you're Holmes, too, if they do end up going for a field goal, he might try and make it set. He knows where to kick this ball, too, with these receptions. As we have the same formation as last. They do switch Wagner and Holmes over to the right side, though. Here's a snap from Grind. It's a handoff to Durant up the middle. He's going to get a huge gain there. 43 seconds left to go as he's brought down there. The clock will still run, but I believe the timeout going to be called. Yes.
Yep,
timeout Algona. We'll stay with you. We don't want to miss anything, folks, so we'll stay with you here on this timeout. Just in case. You never know. You get back from a break a little late.
Yep, absolutely.
You never know. They might come out of the timeout a little early. We want to stay with you here. We don't want to miss any of this.
Well, Spirit Lake brought a little extra heat on that one, so it was a good little call there. Durant got through the first level, off to the second level, gained a good solid 5 yards. We're down to the 23-yard line. You're still thinking, you know what, touchdowns, but if I got to get about another 10 yards, squeeze out another 10 yards, which would mean I need a first down, I'd feel pretty comfortable kicking a field goal. You're on the east end of the field where the grass is pretty solid yet versus the west end, so a lot of positives for the Dogs right now. Just got to take care of the football. Make 1, maybe 2 more plays.
41 seconds left to go here. Tie ball game, folks. As, again, the Bulldogs going to have 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line. They are marching towards the end zone right now, folks. We have 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. As the fans
trying to get the crowd loud.
Here comes the snap for Grind. Grind fakes the handoff. It's a quick pass out the middle.
How is that not
There's a flag on the field. It was picked originally by Newman, but that was a defensive hold if I've ever seen one, Coach.
And we got some more yards because I'm guessing they said a few things they probably shouldn't have afterwards. So we are now down into field goal range.
What a game we've seen. Penalties have been a huge topic of conversation all night long, but this is going to hurt the Indians a lot.
Now, we've shown that our kicking game is a little off tonight, so I'm thinking we still need to get in the end zone. I don't know if I'd want to start thinking field goal in this. The defensive holding, there's that one. Automatic first down. And then...
And this crowd here is loving it, folks.
There we go. So
this
now,
crowd is ready for
I don't know where the ball's going to go.
Big possession to continue here.
They have not marked off the penalties yet, so you got to figure out where we're going to put those. Because one is after the ball, one's during the play, so we get both penalties.
And a reminder, 36 seconds left to go in this one. And even we're talking about field goals and all that stuff. Even with the field goal, you still got to be worrisome. I think Coach Jacobson would definitely be more comfortable with a touchdown score here
absolutely.
Than anything, especially knowing the offense of Spirit Lake and what they are possible of doing.
So we're currently inside the 20. You got to mark off the holding, which is 10. Then you got half the distance on the unsportsmanlike.
And now here comes that.
At the 9-yard line.
So now...
Oh, why'd they stop there?
We're looking at a 1st and goal then. This is going to be a 1st and goal situation for the Bulldogs.
Oh, so we only got half all that. So, yeah, we're at the 9-yard line.
They're going to keep it. Yeah, I think they're keeping it there, Coach. Either way, 36 seconds left. The Bulldogs have 1st and goal, 9 yards to go to get into the end zone. They are tied as we speak. 36 seconds left to go. This is monumental for the Bulldogs.
Here we go, 9-yard line. Dogs getting all lined up. They still have not put the ball in play yet.
Wagner is wide right now. Holmes wide left. Jensen takes the snap. Handoff, keeper from
There's
Grind.
Grind. There he
Grind
is.
looks to get it
In the
in.
end
He
zone.
does.
In the
Grind
end zone.
scores. Touchdown with 30 seconds left. Algona.
There you go. I almost had the feeling that thing was happening. You did too. They're so
Flag after the
converging.
play, though. Hopefully not on Algona. We're just going to have to see what happens here. It looks
Excessive
we're
celebration
hearing
or
it,
what?
well, we're hearing it could be on Spirit Lake.
Again.
And it is
Another one.
unsportsmanlike on Spirit
Oh,
Lake.
he's tossed.
And they're tossed? Wow.
If you get two of them in a game, you're tossed. So whoever that was, he is done for the night.
Wow. It looks like Spencer Newman.
And
the
that
player
gives
there.
us, instead of the 3, that's a 1.5 yards.
And that's a player, Spencer Newman, coming out of the game for Spirit Lake. That's a prime target that when Spirit Lake tries to mount something here on offense, they're not going to have that. That's crucial for their game and crucial for the Bulldogs.
That is big. That is big. So is this. We need to get this thing in.
30 seconds left. PAT attempt coming. 30-24 your score right now. The Dogs lead at home. Spencer Holmes ready for this kick. The snap on the way. It's a high one. Wyatt Wagner going to try and run this one here. He has a chance to maybe pass it. He passes it. Oh, it's intercepted at the 1 yard line, brought down. That was a high snap, and that's not what the Bulldogs want to see. Folks, we got to take a quick timeout. We're back in 1 minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA. Holy cannoli.
That's not what we want. Which one?
Come on, Dogs.
Do you think that was intentional or a bad snap?
For 30 seconds, huh?
Cole Lewis time.
They got 3 touchdowns in 30 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
Cole Lewis making play.
Yeah, but 3 touchdowns in
Big sack.
30 seconds and 3 timeouts. They can.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Nice little 83-yard drive when you need it there.
Well, thankfully, that's out of the way. They still got to worry about Stein and Harms. This is crucial.
Nice job, Andy. Coach Jacobson.
Yes, we're back on Hometown Radio KLGA as we get up for a kick return here.
Saying nice job, Coach Jacobson. They were not going to mark off the unsportsmanlike on the PA or the touchdown. That was not applied to the PAT. We could apply it to the kickoffs, and now we're kicking off from Spencer or Spirit Lakes 45. Boy, I'm trying to stumble everything tonight, ain't I, Vandy?
It's all good. It's all good.
Exciting
there,
times.
Coach. Yeah, everyone's
Exciting
excited up here in the
times.
booth. And that, again, that's a crucial happening with Spencer Newman being tossed from this game here as Algona now will kick this one away 30-24. They still have to worry about Joe Stein and Gavin Harms as weapons for Spirit Lake here, folks. As here comes the kick from Spencer Holmes. It's up the middle. Going to be short there and returned by the Indians at around the 32-yard line, but they do slip. That's where the surface comes in handy for Algona on that return.
Well, it was a nice job of corralling the ball carrier. Took a couple extra seconds off. Now you got to play loose. You got to keep the ball in front of you, and it's time for Cole Lewis, Gavin Mines, Andrew Hamilton, Daniel Van Gorkum, a bunch of guys to get a pass rush on there.
All right, folks, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of their own territory. 26 seconds left to go in this game. 3 timeouts for Spirit Lake. Jensen rolls to his right for a pass. Has a lot of pressure. Can't find anyone. Gets out of bounds, though.
That's all right.
Jensen going to bring it out of bounds. It's still 2nd down, though, for the Indians.
20 seconds on the clock. They do have all 3 timeouts, so you got to figure they got about 5 plays probably. So if they don't get a first down, it doesn't matter, but they got about another 5 plays. Keep the ball in front of you. You got to watch hook and ladder, any kind of Mickey Mouse stuff.
2nd down and 10 to go. Jensen rolls back for a pass to the left side. Looks deep. Going to be tossed in the middle. It's an incomplete pass. As that was a tough battle there Great job defensively for Algona to stop that.
Oh, Patrick David is doing just what we talked about. You're keeping the ball in front, so he had a pretty big cushion there. He's able to come back and make a play on the ball. Almost got the pick, but nonetheless, a good pass defense. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 14 seconds left, folks. This is a big one for Algona. 2 receivers on both sides. Jensen, he takes a snap. Could have been a false start, but they don't call it there. Left side pass. Here it is down deep. It's tipped out of bounds. 4th down coming up. Great job by Samonte Bonin. What a job by the defense of the Dogs.
I tell you what, we're getting pass rushes, and they have hands on our backs and riding us into the ground. I tell you what, we got a high motor on the defensive line right now. We're down to 8 seconds, so there's 2 plays left, even if they do complete this. So just keep the ball in front of you, fellas.
8 seconds left to go. 4th and 10 to go. It's a false start, it looks like, maybe. Both sides kind of jumped. Bulldogs celebrating a little bit, but it could go either way. We'll see what the refs say.
Hey, right now you got to watch that wheel route. Taking that guy across there.
It is a false start on the offense. The Spirit Lake Indians now go back yardage on 4th down. Wow.
And we're just they're setting us up for that wheel route, so we got to make sure we stay back. There we go. We got a couple guys really, really deep. Hopefully they realize it's 4th and 15. We don't need a pick. We need the ball on the ground.
4th and 15, 8 seconds left. This could be the end of the ball game at their own 21-yard line. Well, let's see what's called here. Maybe a timeout late.
Oh, there's a flag on the sideline over there.
Let's see what's called here. The Indians not looking too jovial about it. 8 seconds left to go in this game here. We'll reset this clock. The referee's meeting right now to discuss what the penalty is.
There's a flag on the far sideline, so either we're lined up or they're not lined up. It's an alignment thing.
I see the lineman on Algona, kind of saying, hey,
illegal
it's going to go our way. Another penalty against Spirit Lake. 30-24 your score. With 8 seconds left to go, this 4th down just became even more of a pressure down for the Spirit Lake Indians. As Algona, they have men ready to go, ready in case any big passes come up. 4th down.
The ball on the ground, fellas. Get the ball on the ground.
4th and 20 at their own 16-yard line. 30-24 the score. Algona leads at home, looking to make history here, folks.
Watch hook and ladder.
2 receivers on both sides. Jensen looking to get a play. Here's the snap. Looks to his left. Pressure up the middle. He gets the ball off. It's intercepted. The Bulldogs are going to win. What a game for the Algona Bulldogs. Carson Devine with the pick, and with 1 second left to go on this clock, the Bulldogs are going to go to 8-0 for the first time since 1925.
Exciting times right now. Everybody's going crazy. That is awesome. Get your tight little gaps there. Victory offense. Take a knee once and go ring that bell.
This was a monumental game. Rodney Davis saying maybe Lucky Charm was here. I don't know. Brian's at 8 of these compared to me. So there's the kneel, and that's the game. The Bulldogs win 30-24. What a game for the Bulldogs. And they have a big-time matchup next week at Southeast Valley. We'll talk about that and more. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back with, of course, our final stats, and, of course, our player of the game, courtesy of Erbeling Voigt & Company. That's all coming up after 2 minutes on Hometown Radio, KLGA.